They played the Vikings. Unfortunately, the Vikings won their division. That's what happened. They beat their ass 24-7.
I'll give them the Vikings.
Fuck the Vikings. I ain't giving them the Vikings.
All right, what up? Welcome to the All Grind Sports Show, where we are politically incorrect. I go by the name of JC, and this is episode 41 that we got in the books. Here are my wonderful brothers and co-hosts. First, we got my boy Isaiah Anthony of the Anthill Productions.
Yeah, you know I'm here. It seemed like a lot of people fucked around a lot and found out a lot on Sunday and on Saturday.
There we go.
I ain't gonna lie, I fucked around and found out that Trevor Lawrence is no longer undefeated on Saturdays because Patrick Mahomes got him. And I told y'all gonna fuck around and find out about that boy Joe Shiesty Sunday. So we both fucked around and found out this weekend.
That's why I got that background for you right there. I fucked around and found out. I fucked around and found out.
And then
that's why I was too scared to open the chats up over the weekend too. I'm like, I say shit. I ain't saying nothing.
No, I wasn't gonna get that hard. He had an average game. He didn't severely outperform him, but we'll get into that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Josh Allen has a problem on his hands.
And then we knew this bozo with the beanie on was gonna try to pop out all of a sudden. All of a sudden, he ain't slaving no more. All of a sudden, somebody who was live front and center at the game.
Yeah,
Norman back in the building. He fresh from the Bay this morning, literally.
Sir.
I know you enjoyed that weather in the Bay. Nice, cool, breezy, nice weather in the Bay. I know you enjoyed it.
It was mad.
I was out there too. I just wasn't at the stadium. I was out doing some other shit. I ain't had nothing to do with that foolishness over there because I ain't care about either one of them. Great game though. Then we got my boy, OG, Marvin Coop in the building, man, of the No Big Deal podcast. What's up, my brother?
Well, my man, what's going on?
Man, winding down to the end, man, as we was just talking about. We got 3 of them left, man. Hopefully we get 3 strong, good, classic football to close this out, man. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like the greatest time of the year, but also the saddest time of the year because it's about to be over. It feels like we was just anticipating, like, man, we finally about to see how puzzles connect in dynamic terms. We was just doing a prediction episode, and here we are, finna do our Super Bowl preview. So next week, actually.
It sucks worse when your team is ass and you're out of the playoffs.
I ain't gonna lie. I was just telling Storm and Norman because of all these Cowboy fans I've been seeing on Suicide Watch. It actually feels better because you ain't got to worry about this type of heartbreak because your spit been over months ago. So I ain't gonna lie. It actually feels a little better. But you know, in your defense, Isaiah, it probably feels even more better when you fresh off of a Super Bowl. So I think it's a little easier for me to be content.
It's just like, at least like, okay, you got a preview. You still reigning Super Bowl champions until the Super Bowl.
Right.
So you can hold on to that until February.
As long as I can. These last few weeks.
Until the zeros is on the clock, the second week of February, you can hold on to that. Marv down there with a competent franchise, you know, they haven't had a losing season since I damn near been born. Okay. and he got a few Super Bowls to go along with that, you feel me, that he's seen in his lifetime, that he can remember. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to go put it on the tape to watch it. Then my brother here, even though they've lost Super Bowls, he's been to Super Bowls.
Nah, I ain't gonna cap. Norman been thirsting for one since I've known Norman. My whole life, he been thirsting for one bad.
I know he thirsting for one. But the fact that you even have a chance, the fact that you are even there, it's just something.
Right, he got a point. But it might hurt. You could argue that might hurt more. That's like, damn, you getting so close yet so far.
No, me ever since 02, when I became a fan of this fuck ass team. L after L after L after trash season, after then Derek Carr gets his leg snapped, and then last year we come one play within beating the AFC champs. Who knows what happens after that? Then this year, we get a superstar. We get a future possible Hall of Famer, Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones don't do shit. Derek Carr has possibly one of his worst seasons as a Raider. He's on his way out the door, and now we're back to ground zero. I am pissed. I'm tired. I'm really tired. No, it's not the same.
Well, we got all summer for you to sit on the couch, my brother, and get all of that out while y'all figuring it out.
What you mean? All summer? We got all next 5 years. What?
Man, it's a totally different tune than back in March, my brother. It's a totally different tune. Life comes at you fast, huh?
Yeah. That's what I fucked around and found out.
We found out.
All right, let's get going, man. As Isaiah would call him, Trigger Trav versus I don't even know if you could say 50% Mahomes, whatever Mahomes' version that was. He just showed even more so why he's looked at the way he's looked at. Because any other quarterback, that whether they come back or not, which more than likely they wouldn't have came back, not having that type of performance. You're just not. That is some true Mahomes magic that just happened that day. And I think because it's Mahomes, people aren't appreciating it. It's like one of those things, like, even though I know I'm like technically looked at as like LeBron hater, where it's like somebody's sustaining greatness for so long that you just kind of like start taking it for granted, just how great that player is and just how not normal the stuff that they're doing is. And I think that's the place that Mahomes is getting in. It's like me and Isaiah was talking about. We said this hella months ago. These quarterbacks be getting more credit for almost beating Mahomes than Mahomes do for winning. Like, I think I know we're not at that game yet, but I think that's why Josh Allen is, you know what I'm saying, has been up where he's been at for now, because of just him giving Mahomes a fight the way he has.
But that's why I be bringing up the point of Joe Burrow. You have to put him in the same echelon as Josh Allen. Like, there's no way you can deny it anymore. But to go to Patrick Mahomes' performance, not to take away from him, you got to credit Chad Henne for stepping in there and leading that long TD drive, the longest TD drive in Chiefs playoff history at that. Right. Like I had said earlier before we started the show, the Jaguars had their chances, man. They had their chances to go up and take control.
You see, they even tried to snatch that ankle, right? When he tried to be slick and run. That little,
I mean,
that's it, and that's what he was supposed to do.
I ain't saying playing dirty, but like, bro,
man, that's that old school football.
Yeah,
right
playing hurt.
Get out the game, then.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you have to, but I ain't saying play dirty, but that's the kind of respect that Mahomes has. Like, bro, you have to do anything you can to slow this motherfucker down because he's going to fuck you up regardless. I said earlier before we started the show, when the game was 10-7, Mahomes had went out with his sprained ankle. They had just kicked the field goal. The Jaguars were kind of driving. They were in field goal range. Then the drive stalled out because of penalties. I said right then and there, they had to score a touchdown. When the Chiefs give you an opportunity like that and they score a field goal, you have to score touchdowns. I'm taking this bro, this is coming from somebody personally who gets their ass kicked by him twice a year. We've only beat him once since he's become starting quarterback. Only one time. And during that game, every time they kick the field goal,
don't worry about it.
I'm saying,
y'all in a long line of that.
Exactly. Like, you feel me? So, like, the only game that we won is when every time they scored a field goal, we scored a touchdown. And when they scored a touchdown, we answered right back with a touchdown. That's the only way you can beat this man, or you have to completely shut him down, which has only happened one time when Tampa Bay played him in the Super Bowl. That's
That
the
nigga
only
line was
time
beat
I've
up.
seen him. So it's just like, bro, bro, he the baby goat, bro. He's the next like. He damn near the next Tom Brady, bro. Like if he wins some Super Bowls, you know what I'm saying? Because he's already got the like kind of dominance.
Yeah,
Like
the numbers is gonna be there for sure.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying? He got the you have to go through me if you want to get to the
He
Super
probably
Bowl.
about to get another MVP more than likely.
Exactly.
Yeah, he will.
This is his fifth AFC championship. Like that's crazy, bro. That's
And
crazy.
if I'm not mistaken, the first year was the first year that he became a starter, right?
Yeah.
Like, didn't he become a starter like a few games into the season or some shit like that?
No, he was starter fully his second
The
season.
full season. The full season.
He had got a few games under his belt his first year.
Gotcha.
When times Alex Smith got injured, was underperforming and stuff. But then they let him loose his second year and he went crazy. Cause like, you know, everybody be talking about how like like I said, Justin Herbert is one of them. He's a great quarterback. He has the most touchdown passes in his first 2 years. But everybody be like, Mahomes ain't started his first year. And you know his first year started,
Right.
he up for 50 TDs, which is
To be fair though, I mean, Mahomes didn't start his whole first year,
Incredible.
but Herbert didn't start, if I'm not mistaken, until like damn near halfway through the season too. But I mean, you still had games like Mahomes, like you said, he only had like a few games when Smith was hurt. So, but I remember he took I think it was Tyrod Taylor, if I'm not mistaken, whose job he took
Who's Herbert?
on the Chargers. Yeah,
Hold
I
on,
think that's what they was trying to start at the time.
let me see how many games.
Tyrod Taylor. I forgot all about him.
I can't.
Tyrod Taylor. I forgot all about him.
See, Justin Herbert started 15 games his first year.
So it was just like the first couple then, or first few or whatever.
No, because during his first year, it was only a 16-game season. So he only didn't start.
I remember picking him up off the waiver wire his rookie season, and I had the wire pickup of the year with that Smith. So I remember like he wasn't whatever.
Yeah, his first game, ain't nobody really gonna pick him up because they don't know. Like, I mean,
we ain't know him.
rookie, but you don't know if he really finna go in there.
To be honest, that's probably like the best wire pickup like in the last few years, and it was perfect because my quarterbacks before that was Matt Ryan and Wentz, so he saved my fantasy season that year. He saved my season that year. He gave me a quarterback off the waiver wire.
Saved, boy. He resurrected your season.
I thought I was like all these other teams that believe in Wentz. I still believed at the time. Like I thought I was going to get that early 2017 Carson Wentz that year.
I gave him 2018, and then when I saw the first few games of 2019, I said, "Yeah, that boy done." I was like, "Yeah, I've seen enough."
Stormy, what's your thoughts on the game?
Like I said, Jags had the game. It's just that fumble. I just played him. Like, that's when Lawrence got the ball back again, and then he threw a pick. It was just too much to overcome.
Yeah, Chiefs is one of them teams where you got to damn near be perfect to beat them. You got to nearly be perfect playing them. If they letting you hang around, you got to capitalize on all that split.
Or if you let them hang around, they'll come back and beat you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like even if you up 2 possessions, you ain't really safe. Let alone, you know what I'm saying, getting down.
You're up 3.
That wasn't a shot at y'all, Isaiah.
No. It's fine. It's fine. This needs to be discussed.
Oh, yeah. This nigga 10 in the Super Bowl. Yeah. 10 with 5 minutes left in the Super Bowl.
We've been up on the Chiefs 3 possessions twice playing Mahomes and lost both of those games, bro. Both of them, bro.
That is ridiculous.
Bro, like, no lead is safe. You talking about hanging around. You let them hang around. That ain't safe. Bro, they
really like the Golden State of football right now.
Exactly. Like, bro, Andy Reid really about to, like, build a Kansas City Patriots, in a sense, in his own way out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if you're in the AFC, you got to go through Kansas City to get to the Super Bowl, and that's just.
And I'll give Isaiah credit because let's keep it 100. At the top of the season, a lot of people was counting Kansas City out. Isaiah was one of them few that was like, "Nah, I'm not falling for that spit. This spit still run through them until I see otherwise."
Bro.
But he would know better than everybody else. He got to see these niggas twice a year, so he know firsthand. I ain't seen them niggas in 3-4 years, and that was a classic game.
I just don't think people understand like how like great Mahomes is, bro, and like what the league got on their hands, like what the AFC got to deal with.
We're gonna talk about this later, but Pollard came out the game for practically the same injury. He had to leave. He didn't come back.
No, that was
looking at
like a
Mahomes
fibia.
literally
No,
can't
that was a
push off
fibia,
his
bro.
back foot.
That was a fibia injury. No, that's way different.
Oh, he cracked his fibia.
Yeah, that's a fibia
Oh, okay.
injury.
Well, at the time, it was said
Yeah, that shit was
very similar to what had just happened with Mahomes. So I don't know what the update was, but
yeah, that's serious.
Yeah.
Even if it was the same injury, ain't nobody running 15 yards trying to buff niggas over instead of sitting in the pocket trying to throw it, okay? I'd rather sit there and hobble and throw it than try to run 15 yards hobble leg.
you're right.
This is true too. This is
I
very
agree.
But I'm literally looking at Mahomes like struggling because he can't push off that back foot, and he's still like
Right.
finding his way. Like that's gonna be one of them. Like I don't know what the football version of Hardwood Classics is, but I think that's gonna be looked at as one of those,
like,
especially if they win the Super Bowl this year.
This nigga Mahomes, to put it in perspective for like, because people don't understand, bro. Like, he got Brady's mentality, but all of Aaron Rodgers' talent, bro.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
that's a good way to put it.
He can still,
Yeah.
bro, even when his ankle fucked up like that, bro, I still believe if they would have told him throw a 50-yard bomb, he could have did it easily, flat-footed, easy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's insane to think about. Like Brady didn't have like
And to add to that, shout out to Pacquiao or Pacquiao, whatever his name is, for him being able to, stop Mahomes for having to do that too much by keeping that run game going. Because I think he's kind of, tapping Edwards right now. Like, yeah, this might.
Yeah,
be
I was
my
gonna say,
job,
who is
partner.
Pacquiao?
nigga Pancaro.
Pancaro. My
Said
bad. Whatever the
Pacquiao.
nigga name is.
Nigga, he doing the Kobe, okay? He packing
I
that Kobe.
was like, hold on, he been training with Pacquiao during the off season.
Yeah, like that nigga might have just tapped Edwards and told him like, yeah, this my job now, buddy.
Pretty much.
Especially if he keeps this going. So because they had him rolling like that, he made Mahomes' job a little bit easier to where he can, basically do his game management with a twist to it though. Because I ain't gonna ever be disrespectful, just call Mahomes a game manager, but he definitely made
In the
job.
second half, he did game manage because they didn't want him to have to do much in the game. The one game got going. So he did game manage in the second half. We know, bro. We all know Mahomes can fucking light it up, bro. We done seen it thousands of times. Like he just managed this game because he happened to be injured. That's all that happened.
I will say,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
we're gonna talk about the preview after this, but I will say if Mahomes finds a way to get it done Sunday, whether it's the Eagles or the Niners, they in trouble because they ain't got a whole nother 2 weeks to heal up.
Mm-hmm.
So, whoever, both NFC teams, you better be rooting for the Bengals this weekend.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be saying root for the Bengals either. Them niggas hot right now too. They done won like what 6.
But
7?
who would you rather see?
That's like nine games.
Would you rather see Mahomes at full strength or Bengals?
Neither, to be honest. They both good teams. Hey, this is exciting, bro. You get to see Jalen Hurts and them, who was the best team all season, in my opinion. Then you got the 49ers, who have one of the best rosters out there, with a Mr. Irrelevant, if you will, playing his brains out there, even though last game he didn't have a great game. Then on the other side, you got two of the best young quarterbacks in the game. So, and my bad, Jalen, one of the best young quarterbacks in the game based off his play this season as well, too. But, hey, it's another matchup. We got another AFC championship rematch that some people was wanting to see. I know Kansas City and them wanted to see it because last year they came in their house and upset them. So let's see if my boy Joe Shiesty can get it done again.
What the Jags need to do this offseason?
Get some DBs.
You said what? Oh, some DBs?
Get some DBs who can cover. Get some DBs who can cover and who can tackle. Oh my gosh! Like early this season, that's what really killed them. Like they got much better going on into the season, but like Tyson Campbell's a good DB, but they need a nickel and then another guy on that other side. They defensive line is all right. They need some depth up there, but they need some O-line depth to protect Trevor and get him a big weapon, like a weapon that strikes home.
And he need to sharpen his spit up himself as well.
Yeah, I mean that was a given. I mean, I didn't say he didn't play perfect this Sunday. He had his opportunities. He could have played better. I mean, it's only his second season. He got to improve.
Like that
third
Chargers
season?
first half. That's what ain't gonna cut it, buddy.
I said this last week. I said from about 5 minutes left in the first
Love
half.
nitpicking.
Exactly. Like you see, like what he like to do.
Nah. I'm just saying. I ain't seen enough yet. I ain't seen enough yet. That's all I'm saying. You need to sharpen that up. That's all I'm saying.
It's crazy.
There's something there though. He got the job. The job is his.
Oh my gosh, it's just so crazy. He ain't seen enough yet. It's all good and cool, but him and Jalen Hurts have the same amount of playoff wins. Right or wrong?
I mean, I would say this Jalen first year for real. Like,
this is
for real.
Oh, but last year counted for Trevor. Do you see how he loves to nitpick?
What Jalen start 6 games last year?
My brother,
about 6, 7, yeah.
Like, come on, bro. That's definitely not the same thing.
Playoffs though.
Exactly. And then my other thing is Jalen has a much more competent head coach at the time. And then this roster that he has this year, come on now. Like I said, I ain't take nothing away from Jalen. Where everybody was saying, this team could win the Super Bowl without him. I'm like, hell no, y'all tripping.
No.
Y'all damn well tripping. But come on now, let's be for real. His roster better than Jaguars. But yeah,
but are we on the Eagles right now? Or are we still on the Jags?
No, we still on.
What y'all? Yeah, I mean, Stormin and Marvin.
He started talking crazy about Trigger Trev. I had to tighten up.
All I said was, I ain't seen enough yet. That's all. I ain't sold yet. That's all I'm saying.
King Norman, you want to go first?
I'm sold on Trevor. You know what I'm saying? Year 2, he got to the playoffs. It's year 2. You know what I'm saying? Your second year, you make it to the playoffs. That's where everybody got the film on you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what your good and your tangibles is. So you can make it to the playoffs in year 2.
Nigga, what good? There was no good to watch.
Like I said, they got him some mediocre receivers and stuff, and he made it work like that. That's good right there. You know what I'm saying? That's super good.
I feel like the Jags is... Oh, my fault. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just imagine if he had, like, you know what I'm saying, a number 1 receiver that can go get the ball, so he just throw it up like, yeah, go get that, my nigga.
That's facts. That is facts.
Be a whole different team. But he ain't got that.
Just like when Jalen got that, he a whole different team.
Yeah.
Well, he gonna have that next year because Calvin Ridley coming back.
I don't know if Calvin.
I mean, here's the.
I don't know about that one.
He's better than Kirk, though. I will say that
he's better than Kirk.
Yeah, give or take.
He's better than Kirk. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with him and Calvin. On the DB side, you got to remember, Isaiah, they had injuries. You know, Shaquille Griffin was out the whole year. You know, Tyson Campbell, he missed a few games. They got a good secondary. I mean, but like you said, they do need to work on their tackle. The front 7, I ain't gonna lie to you, keep them.
Yeah,
keep
they
the
good.
front 7.
I just say
that front 7.
Absolutely.
Just get some depth.
Keep that front 7. That's gonna be a young, hungry defense next year. I guarantee you. And like I said a few weeks ago on the show, they will win that division the next couple of years. They definitely will. Titans is gonna fall. I don't see the Colts really doing nothing, and Texas is Texans. So I think Jags got that locked up. I think they should just maybe get some DBs that can.
If the Colts find a way to bring Lamar over there, you hold on a second, pal.
No, Lamar ain't going over there.
You hold on a second, pal.
No, you hold on a second, pal.
They would never put a black quarterback
Exactly. Unless you want to
Then they have Jacoby Brissett.
I knew
What
you
are
was
you
about to go
talking
there.
about?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
knew you was about
Not
to go
long
there.
term. Not long term, buddy.
You know what I'm saying?
He did. We
played
got
one
like 2-3
season.
seasons with them.
And
He
Brissett
played
is
one
supposed to be
season with them.
Brissett's supposed to be
He
a
was
white
a
pocket
backup.
passer. All right, Brissett
He
ain't
played
the,
one season with the Colts.
all right. Brissett ain't the nigga that's running out here. He a white
Right.
pocket passer. Okay, he a traditional
Thank
quarterback.
you.
And what if they go get Stroud or Bryce Young? Then what?
And then Brissett, only why Brissett got the start is because they was not expecting that dude to leave.
Andrew, yeah.
Brother, I bet you.
Pretty much.
I can bet you that the Colts will draft Will Levis out of Kentucky before they draft Bryce.
Yes, they will. I think they will too. I think they will too. I don't know.
All right, let's go Giants and Eagles. I want to take a second to give AJ Brown his flowers. That's what I want to do, because I don't think, even though I know he didn't do much that day, it wasn't required, because Devontae Smith is also turning into his own. I actually had him as one of my fantasy sleepers when the season started, and it paid off for me. So Devontae's that guy as well. But just how much better AJ makes his team look. Like Marvin was just talking about how the Titans are completely like dismantled right now without him. And I know they are regretting. Didn't they just fire the GM after playing him a few weeks ago? Yeah, like AJ Brown just instantly, he's one of them ones. Like he comes to you and it could be a quarterback. Like Jalen this was like his last shot this year of them finding out, like, is he the guy or not? And they blessed that man. And they blessed that man with AJ Brown, who next to it already emerging Devontae Smith, who the best thing they could have done, which is why I knew he was going to have a breakout year, was put somebody like AJ Brown next to him to open up more routes for him, because they're going to be so worried about him. So, which I feel is another derivative of what we saw on Saturday. So
let me ask you something. I'm asking all the others actually. The Eagles are a complete football team. Do y'all agree?
Yes,
absolutely.
And I like the way they plan. But who have they really played?
Oh, me and Isaiah was just arguing about
who have
that.
they really played?
I literally just made a post that same day, and I said the Eagles went the whole season without playing anybody. It's the playoffs. They're on their way to the NFC Championship, and they still ain't played nobody. So I feel like this week is the first time they really gonna play somebody for real, and we're gonna really see what they talking about. But if the Eagles, even if they do, let's say they win this game and the Super Bowl, I ain't gonna cap to y'all. Y'all might kill me for this, but this might be the easiest Super Bowl run I've ever seen in my life that I can recall. If they find a way to do it.
But I don't
if you really run down that whole schedule and then look who they played in the playoffs, outside of, again, like you basically just have to play two real teams regardless of who they play from this point forward. This would be the easiest Super Bowl run I've ever seen. Which is not their fault. You play who's in front of you, but I'm with you on that for sure.
I just don't think that they really had any competition throughout the year, and then you beat up on the Giants, like I said, which is.
Do you think that help? Do you think that helps or hurts them going into this game that they haven't?
That's definitely gonna hurt them, because you never played a scary unit like the 49ers before. So I think it's not gonna help them.
Isaiah, what you thinking over there?
Let me hear this. Hold on. Fuck around and find out.
It's going. Somebody gonna F around and find out this weekend.
Yeah, I hope it's not me back to back.
Either it's gonna be Purdy or it's gonna be, I don't know. We're gonna see.
I mean, they played the Lions early in the season before they got hurt and beat up first week of the season.
I'm not giving them the Lions.
No,
we gave them niggas 3 wins when the season started.
That was my sleeper team. Oh, if they make the playoffs,
it was my sleeper team. But y'all gave them niggas 3 wins coming into the season. So we not finna try to rewrite that like, oh no, they played these niggas. Nah, we not doing that. We're not giving them the Lions.
So now we're not giving them the Lions, even though
Mm-mm.
I can admit that I was wrong about the Lions. The Lions were much better than I expected. That's why
I'll give you one team I might give them. I'll give you one team I might give them, and that's that Packers game.
Hold on.
Packers game
Didn't they
is the
struggle
worst
against the
game.
Lions though?
The Packers game is the worst game.
What you mean the worst game?
And they only beat the Lions by 3. What was the score of that game?
Lions
Isaiah?
I think the Lions put up like 40 or 34.
That's my
some shit
whole
like that.
point. The Lions were fully healthy first game of the season.
Yeah, they
I
kind of
was
struggled
wrong.
against the Lions. They struggled against them. I don't think I can give them that game. I can give them that.
I'm talking about like as far as like the elite teams in the league, I would not put Detroit in that sphere. Even now.
Hold on, did I say they were elite? I said they were.
But when we say ain't played nobody, that's what we're referring to. Like the top
Nigga,
teams in the league.
Nick, so then watch. The next team I'm about to say, you're gonna say they frauds. They played the Vikings. Unfortunately, the Vikings won their division. That's what happened. They beat their ass. 24-7.
I'll give them the Vikings.
Fuck the Vikings. I ain't giving them the I mean,
I already knew them.
hold on. Isaiah,
I'm only saying, Isaiah, everybody on this show
outside
outside of me said that the Vikings were frauds. I didn't say that, but everybody else did. So they're not going to give you the Vikings, bro.
Well, hold on, Isaiah.
That's my
Isaiah,
whole point. So what are they supposed to do? What?
I'm just biased.
Nobody, we're not blaming them.
That's all.
It's just that's what was in front of them.
Only-
That's
the
how the
only
Cards
team-
played.
The only team they played that was good and was supposed to, you know what I'm saying, make close was Colts. Okay, because Colts got a great defense. So that's why that's the closest game I'll give them. Like,
Don't start before I start cheering for Philly on Sunday. I'll go buy a Jalen Hurts jersey.
You got a point though, because they barely snuck out of that game.
All right, but I'm gonna say this too. Like, I'm gonna say my team didn't really play nobody either. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? My division was trash.
I don't know about that. Hold on.
I disagree with you on that.
I disagree.
Disagree.
Nigga, y'all niggas got y'all wig beat in by the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's it.
Y'all played the Eagles.
We didn't play the Eagles.
Oh no, I'm tripping.
No, they ain't played the Eagles.
Let me see this.
And that's the Chiefs. The only team we played. Other bars we lost to was sorry.
I'll give y'all the Chargers.
You know what I'm saying? The Falcons. We should.
I'll give y'all.
Whoa.
I'll give y'all. Nah, I don't want to hear this, nigga. I'll give y'all Miami. I'll give y'all the Bucks.
The Chargers?
Like I said,
That's four.
I feel like we played was the Chiefs. Other than that, I feel like everybody else.
Unmute yourself, sir.
What the fuck are we doing here? Did this Miami? Did he say Miami?
That nigga said Miami because they made the playoffs. I didn't see Miami.
Are we
You might as well say
So
the
Miami-
Seahawks then.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you the Seahawks.
Miami.
Miami.
Miami healthy was. Come on, bro.
Miami
They were a good team.
Nigga,
I'm not
yeah,
saying
bro,
they was the
get
best.
the fuck out of here. How many games were they healthy? Tua left like 3 of them hoes.
Yeah. Everything.
Man, come on, bro. Nigga, if he get the Dolphins, I damn sure get the Lions first game.
I agree on
damn
that
sure.
one. I agree.
That's what I said. Like,
Nigga, Miami made playoffs though. What are we
I
talking
don't give a
about?
shit. I don't give a shit.
Lions would have made it too if it wasn't for
The Seahawks.
Even if the
yeah.
Eagles, I told you I would have gave you the Ravens. If they would have played the Ravens healthy, I would have gave them that. They didn't even play them. So it was like, damn, like, who did you really play?
I don't give a rat's ass. You're up here giving him the Dolphins, who squeaked into the playoffs, literally.
Because of injury, though. Because of injury. They was you gonna act like they wasn't one of the hottest teams in the league when the season started?
The first 3 weeks before Tua got hurt? Are we serious?
Nigga, they have Bridgewater, nigga. Like, come on now.
Okay, that's my point. And you're bringing up the fucking
That
Dolphins.
man Tua almost damn near lost his life out there on the field, bro. He had to get up out of there. But
You're
when he was
proving
healthy, we were
he
talking
doesn't
about how Tua
understand that
was
he's
we were
proving my
we were talking about how Tua has turned that corner and was looking like the guy. Were we not?
I did not.
The corner looked like the guy.
That has nothing to do with my conversation. The conversation that's being had here is nigga, Tua wasn't there that many fucking games. That's the point. So you cannot sit
And
up
they still made playoffs? So what does that mean if he would have been there the whole time?
They would have made. They would have eat. They might have continued to win their division. My point is, he wasn't there.
So you're not giving him that because he wasn't there. Let me
No,
see.
hell no. What?
He was there that game, but he played terrible when we beat him, so it don't count.
So he was there. Yeah, so you gotta give him that. You get it. Oh, you gotta give him that.
Nigga head was discombobulated from the 2 concussions he had. Because it was like a week after that, he got his last.
That's supposed to be funny.
It was out for the year. Nigga, come on, bro. Tua couldn't even tell what color jerseys everybody had on out there. They know full damn well they should have shut Tua down after that second concussion.
Yeah. He shouldn't have went out there after the first one right as quick as he did, to be honest.
That's my whole point. Talking about some when that boy stumbled out there, talking about some, oh, he cleared the concussion. No, the fuck he didn't.
Exactly.
No, he didn't.
What
And I was surprised that the NFL didn't find any wrongdoing after that, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, of course they didn't. They had their own investigators investigate. Come on.
Which means they wasn't
right.
gonna
You
do
tell
shit.
the niggas investigating themselves. We don't find that we did anything wrong, nigga. That's what happened.
Fuck it. What was
what the Giants need to do this offseason? How should they be feeling after everybody counted them out to not even win more than 5 games, and then they turn around and vastly overachieve? How should the Giants be feeling right now?
No, they should feel awful, man.
What
What
awful?
you mean? I always said Daniel Jones just does too much. That the person that really kind of like kept you in these games was Saquon Barkley this year.
Yeah.
So why didn't you utilize
That's
him for the Philly game? Because Philly's run defense is not.
They got captivated by that last game and the media hype and the Danny Dimes and all
well,
that.
Not only that, I mean,
Right.
they started falling behind. I mean, in the first quarter between the first.
I get it, but did you see the first 2 drives though?
No, I'm not. I don't disagree with you. But when you fall behind 3 possessions,
yeah, I feel you.
Football ain't really much of an option no more. Like, especially after that second touchdown.
And Daniel Jones is not like that.
I'm not saying
like that for that condition.
No. He's a game manager, absolutely. At best.
And all I'm saying is that
absolute best.
The first 2 drives you was trying too hard, knowing that they got one of the best secondaries, but they run defense ain't the best. That's why I'm saying you should have utilized Saquon the first 2 drives when you was up like maybe 7-0, then 14-0. I get the 21. I get it. When you down 21-0, yeah, I get it.
I think they forgot who they was playing for a second. They thought that was
I
the
think
Vikings.
they did. I think they did. These boys ain't no choke artists. They ain't no choke artists like the Vikings. And that's what I was trying to tell you. I said, I'm being biased with that. I hate the Vikings. That's why I said I ain't giving the Vikings shit. Fuck them. So no, I can't stand the Vikings. I just cannot stand them.
That's fair. But what I'm saying is, I think it's like, okay, in their first 2 games, I think the Eagles in the first half outscored them like 60-7. So it's like, I think Brian Dable having flashbacks of getting his ass kicked, his head beat in again. He like, shit, I running the option ain't football. We need to put up points quickly. I do completely agree with you that Saquon has been.
Yeah, but he ain't got weapons like that to be doing that. And I think it finally kicked in.
You right.
He been getting away with it all season. It's like, nah, nigga, it's for real now.
It showed like a motherfucker. It showed like a motherfucker.
You right. Even though Daniel Jones ain't like that, he wasn't working with much in his wide receiver room. Like, let's just be for real. So, I'm not saying Daniel Jones is like that, but I don't really see much options they have to go get someone unless they make a chase at Lamar or.
Please, as a New Yorker. Please,
if I'm Lamar,
in here.
I'm just saying,
I'm not leaving Baltimore for the Giants.
I wouldn't either.
Roster wise,
because you'll probably be in this. You're pretty much in the same boat. You ain't got no weapons over there besides Saquon.
But I think the Giants would be more inclined to get him weapons than fucking whatchamacallit definitely would.
The Ravens,
yeah.
I agree with you on that one.
That's
but as a Daniel Jones, fuck Daniel Jones. Cannot stand him. like I said, as a New Yorker,
So
from,
y'all know you was real pissed off last weekend, huh? Seeing all that hype and Instagram spit and YouTube
and that's what
spit.
makes me so mad, JC, because it brings up the I'm gonna be like Flex and go to basketball. It brings up the Isaiah Thomas, the Boston Isaiah Thomas, not the Detroit. 1 year does not make you an all-star.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So for Daniel Jones to have this mediocre year out of 4 or 5 doesn't no.
I'm not
Doesn't
saying
cut
that.
it.
Oh, no, I'm not saying. I'm not putting.
Oh no
all-
no no! I'm saying I'm coming as my perspective, like,
Yeah, I'm
and
just like.
the way these people out here hyped him up, like, oh, he
Oh,
about to
no,
do this. I'm like, no, he's not.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
he's
hell.
not. He's not that.
Do
Like
y'all-
JC
do
said,
y'all-
he's not that guy.
I got a question. Like, how do y'all think maybe in a way, in any way possible, is it a bad thing that they had the season they had? Because if they would have just had that regular bottom of the barrel, need Jesus type of season, they'd be in place to, get more help on the things that they need help on. And it's like, even though they squeezed out all the wins they did this year, you still need a lot of help going forward, as we seen last game. So do y'all feel like that hurt them more, or is there like more positives y'all can take from what just transpired this season?
It hurt him.
A little bit of both. I mean, because like you built a good culture for this year by setting the standard. Okay, this is how you win football games. This is how it's done. But at the same time, like Mark said, now you kind of stuck with Daniel Jones in a sense, like, because like
And company.
yeah. So like right now, I would say the only reason I would say extend him, and I would not no long term, at the most 3 years, and I'm looking at 2 years max for me. Like, you get 1 year, next year maybe we have a good year, maybe we have a bad year, and then the next year after that you need to pack your bags.
Isaiah, can I ask you something? Why you be so worried about taking care of the quarterback situation first before everything else, even when it's just as bad, if not worse?
I mean, what do you mean? Like, in that situation?
It seems like, just in general, it seems like you feel like it's way more of a necessity to go look for a quarterback rather than the other positions that are bleeding for help. Like, that receiver core is literal dirt, and Brian Dable is the GOAT for squeezing 10 wins out of that. But
I'm not saying don't address the wide receiver room. I'm just saying there's other ways to address the wide receiver room than just your first round pick. You can find somebody second or third round pick, and they can be useful. You can get free agents to come now that you've won 10 games. You know what I'm saying? They looking at the Giants like, okay, we could possibly, make something shake just a little bit, I'm not saying you'll get a super big name like Devontae Adams or something like that, but I don't know. New York's an enticing place for free agents. They like the city of New York. I'm just saying it's possible to address the free agent room along with getting your quarterback. It's just a simple fact of when quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I guess that's a positive that I guess people fail to realize sometimes. Sometimes winning does attract people. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe the draft stock won't be there, but it helps you in the free agent market of like, well, look, this is what we built here with what we had. So imagine if we had you. You know what I'm saying? So you do have that in your back pocket, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at how many
But you ain't buying it, Norman? Nobody falling for that.
I mean, look at I'm not saying it's gonna be like I'm not saying it's gonna be like Randy Moss wanting to go to the Patriots. I'm not saying that, but you can get some
serviceable, like a Christian Kirk type of guy.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And you could possibly
I pay that nigga.
Yeah. So
Possibly
you
get
pretty much saying overpaying somebody. Then is that what you said?
When you're a team like that, you have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Have to
saying.
sometimes.
But also, sometimes, but with the Giants, I don't think they would have to overpay as much because of the brand in the city that they're in. Jacksonville
That's
has to
Right.
do that
I agree.
because-
Becoming a star in New York is not like being a star in most other cities. For
I
sure.
agree.
So yeah, they definitely have to address that wide receiver room, but it's just like with Mahomes, like bro, I told you, I don't give a fuck what other 52 niggas on that roster. I don't give a shit. Nigga, it don't matter. It could be
And if you guys don't plan on moving on from Barkley, I would get another back to help supplement to keep him fresher
keep
going
him
forward as well.
So
They
Yeah.
defense, I'm not quite sure on them either. They defense is a little
It
mediocre.
was okay. It was a lot better than we expected.
But the only thing I can say about their defense, I kind of reminds me of a little Kansas City defense. We all know they secondary ain't the best, but they come up in clutch moments to win the game.
Got you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it.
Just like Kansas City, we know their defense can come up in clutch moments, like Saturday and shit.
Mhm.
Just like with the Giants, especially with that Ravens game, they picked off Lamar and just won the game. But they come up in clutch moments like that.
yeah.
So I say definitely try to work on getting some defensive players too.
Jones. But Danny Jones is just like a jalapeno. You know what I'm saying?
I take
Jalapeno without the weapons.
I'll tell you, you put Danny Jones and switch him and put him on the 49ers.
We're not doing that
The
today.
same thing, bro.
Nah, we ain't finna do that today.
Nigga's gonna be wide open. All he do is gotta hit him.
We is not, nigga. We ain't doing that today. No, sir. Not even. you.
I can't say I necessarily disagree.
Yeah, y'all are both delusional.
Danny
Y'all
Jones.
smoking weed that I ain't never puffed yet.
Look what I mean. If he can win 10 wins with that, what can he do with Debo, IU, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle?
Hey, who your plug is?
You said what?
Who your plug is?
I'm just saying.
And Trent Williams blocking for him. Like, are you kidding me? Nigga, I can damn near play quarterback for that.
Once again, who's your plug?
Please let me know. They're the same, bro. Like,
because I need that.
Before Jalapeno had to really start passing, he was running like Danny Dimes until he got hit on that sideline. That's his ACL up. All that running stopped.
Yes, it did. I guess it did. Yes, it did, bro.
All right, let's go. The game that we thought was gonna be the game of the weekend, which wasn't much of a contest. Bengals and Bills. I actually hollered at Norman about this game before we got on here, and he made a great point about the weather affecting the fact that they ain't got no run game, and it showed.
This conversation.
Oh, this guy. Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
Precisely.
Yes, sir.
He couldn't wait for this fit.
I tried to tell y'all about that white boy. I told y'all that white boy. I tried to tell you, bro. I mean, he just hey, boy, hey.
I will say, look at this nigga Marvin. I will say on the pod, I will say, bro is definitely at minimum on Josh Allen's level.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
And
Thank
I think I ain't gonna lie, I can admit, and I was talking to Stormin about this before we even came on the pod. I think that we forget that Allen wasn't doing too good either when he got cracking. And I think he had that stretch where they the Bills turned up before the playoffs, and then they ended up beating the dog spit out of the Patriots defense. And then they had that Chiefs game, which is like a all-time classic, to where we felt like if that was any other team that they would have played, they more than likely would have won that. And I think that just kind of diluted my vision a little bit with how I view Josh Allen, because he did good this year. He did really good this year. Don't get me wrong. He did really good. But he didn't look how I expected him to for the duration of the season. Now, barring he did have some injuries. I'll give him that. But, you know, based on what I was perceiving or what I thought I was going to see this year, I don't feel he fully went in like that and put up what I expected for him. Like, it's supposed to be him, Mahomes, and everybody else type split. And he's kind of put himself, or it's Mahomes and then everybody else now. You know what I'm saying? He's with everybody else now. And it was supposed to be those two and everybody else.
And what I said was I felt like he was getting that crown a bit too early. I said, if anybody deserves that crown right now.
Do you think it was because of that game, that Chiefs and Bills game?
It was just because that game was so entertaining, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he did not play because he balled. He played better than Joe Burrow did in the AFC Championship game. But that's neither here nor there. You didn't get the job done. And the problem is that, let me ask y'all this. So,
don't ask me nothing.
Hold on, seriously. Most turnovers in the last 5 years. Do y'all know any of the top 10 quarterbacks on this list?
I know Tannehill on there. I know Baker on there.
Baker's on there at number 5.
I know Darnold should be on there.
Stafford.
I don't know about Stafford. Goff should be on there. Goff on there.
Goff is tied for number 1 with 80.
Yeah, Goff for sure. I know he on there.
Garoppolo on there.
You got 3. No, Garoppolo's not on there.
What's that?
Just naming a quarterback.
I'm gonna give y'all a list. I'm gonna give y'all the list. In the last 5 years, the most turnovers. Number 10, Dak Prescott with 66. Tied for number 9 is Sam Darnold with 68. Tied for number 9 is Carson Wentz with 68.
Ooh.
Number 7 is Kirk Cousins with 70.
What? That one's shocking.
Number 5. Why? Nigga, what?
How does it shock you?
Because no, hold on. I'm about to get to us in a second because his twin is on the list here in a second. Okay. Baker Mayfield at number 5 with 78. Derek Carr, his twin, at number 5 with 78. Matt Ryan at number 3 with 78. Number 1, Jared Goff at 80. He's tied for number 1. You know who's at the other number 1 spot?
Who?
Josh Allen with 80 turnovers in the last 5 seasons.
Yeah,
that's unacceptable. I don't care what quarterback it is. All these quarterbacks on this list are like, bro, you would consider them mid-grade or
I wasn't really much surprised at any of them names. Even Cousins, I was kind of just trolling a little bit, but yeah, Allen is like, you definitely should not be on the list with the
like
man.
Most of these guys, at best, the best one that you could argue who's the best here is probably Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm saying outside of Allen.
Right.
So like, it's like, bro, you doing shit that Dak Prescott do right now, bro. And that's like, and you considering to be Mahomes is like, you know, what rival in a sense? No, bro, this is unacceptable. He's talented. I'm not saying that he's a garbage quarterback, but that turnover problem has.
I do want to say something though, because I think it's somebody that we've been letting off the hook for a while, and I don't know what it's due to, but it needs to be figured out. Stephon Diggs, he didn't do spit in that game against the Chiefs last year, and he didn't do spit last night. So, at what point is that going to be addressed too if Diggs not showing up in big games?
I mean, if your quarterback not showing up, your receiver can't show up. So both.
I mean, Allen's not like hot trash in them. He played great last year. You just admitted that he didn't do spit in that Chiefs game.
No, last year, yes, last year. I'm talking about this year. Let's just focus on this year. I'm talking about this year now. He has not played up to his level last year. Like last year, like you said. Okay, that's when you got that rival of Mahomes, like basically printed on your back type shit. And now this year, you kind of fumbling the bag. Like, what's going on, bro? Like I'm not excusing Diggs. Like you said, last year, okay, Diggs had to step up, but this year it's like Diggs can't step up if you don't step up. There was a few throws that he missed going to Diggs last night where he would have made them last year in the game against Mahomes. You can't have that inconsistent play from somebody who's supposed to be a top 3 quarterback.
I just feel like Diggs is getting in that territory where people starting to just
No,
gloss over.
I just said they both have to step up. They both,
and that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know where I can pinpoint even what it is, but it's something there.
Yeah, it's definitely something. I don't know if it's offensive coordinators going away from him during the playoffs or what, but you have to get your best playmakers the ball in big games.
They don't need to step up. They don't need to step. They need to play it where it is. What they need to do is go get a motherfucking running back and stop throwing the ball so many motherfucking times and get that thing. And that's gonna stop all the turnovers.
Hey, and Gene said that too. He said that he felt that was gonna be their demise, was that they didn't have no run game.
If you recognize, Josh Allen had the most carries on his team for 1. Then 2, Joe Mixon had more carries than the entire team, than the entire Bills team.
Even though they went and got Hines, I think they completely ignored and undermined how bad their running back situation was.
Hines is not a.
Yeah, no, I'm saying what I'm saying is I think that was like what you would call it, them just trying to put a Band-Aid on the problem.
No,
because I feel like they should have went hard. I don't know what happened in them negotiations with Kareem Hunt, but that's somebody they could have went to grab.
Exactly.
Maybe that I don't know. I don't know if the Giants. I don't know if the Giants hit them niggas with the Fat Joe. Yesterday's price is not today's price, but they should have did whatever they could to go after Barkley. Like, them the type of names they should have been going after. From what I heard, they was in talks with us about taking Akers. That's somebody that they could have tried to grab. You see how he finished the season. So, I feel like Hines was a backup where he was at. You know what I'm saying? So clearly that's his role. Like, Kareem Hunt is a backup as well, but we've seen Kareem Hunt as a starter. We've seen him dominate as the RB1 on the team, on a dominant team.
Even as the RB2, he's still getting like 4 and 5 yards a carry.
Right. He's like a Tony Pollard type of RB2. Yeah. Like, go ahead, Coop.
First and foremost, call the cops. I am a victim, like Isaiah said. I failed, and I fucked around and found out. Y'all are right about it all, man. Listen here. Josh Allen played horrible. Yes. 6 missed targets to Diggs. Your playmaker, like you just said, you missed him 6 times. How you do that? And the running back situation, you should have got Kareem Hunt. You picked up Cook because it's Dalvin's little brother. What type of shit is that? No, you don't do nothing like that. Like you said, like Isaiah said.
They really did. I was like, man, we got to get it somehow. It's close enough, nigga.
He's a cook. He can do it. No, you should have did that.
That nigga had to fumble like 10 times, and they still didn't get it.
And I'm like, what is y'all doing? You should have got Kareem. Singletary can't do it. Cook is
definitely ain't it.
He's mediocre. He'll have a good game and won't do it. And like Isaiah said, Hines is not it. Keep him at special teams.
Right.
But as far as, like you said, with the playmakers, JC, yes, there is no way Josh Allen should have way more carries than your running backs. There's no way you should miss your number one 6-7 times and overthrow him like that. And you swear up and down that Gabe Davis is this and that, but come on now, you missed him about 7 times yesterday too. It seems like you kept on relying on Dawson Knox. He's not Travis Kelce.
I was worried about the Bengals with the weather conditions.
It
ended up affecting the Bills more than the damn Bengals.
The only thing I was worried about was they O-line holding up because they had 3 starting offensive O-linemen out. So
they did good.
They did. That O-line, boy, Joe Burrow need to buy them all some chains too. But
yes, you do.
They held up.
Mixing too. He can get the rollies.
They need to go half. He need to get the chains and mix and get the rollies.
Yes.
Them boys did.
I agree. But
that came down to run game. The Bengals were able to run the ball. The Bills weren't, and it showed drastically.
And shout out to the Bengals defense too, man. They
shut shit down.
I look at the Bengals like what you said about the Chiefs and them. I don't think they have like this all-time great defense or nothing, but when they need to get stops, oh man.
Clutch moments, yeah.
You ain't got
clutch
no
moments,
them niggas turned into the 2012 Ravens, boy. Like
exactly. And Bill's defense just got burnt. That's all it is. They defense played horrible yesterday.
That boy Jesse Bates and them clutch moments, he turned into Ed Reed, all that shit.
Apple can be like a Chris McAllister for real. He could be a shutdown corner when he can.
Nah, that
like
nigga,
you said, they come up and play. What'd you say?
He burnt toast. He burnt toast. That nigga is
What?
That nigga is.
I ain't gonna lie, I was actually shocked. Eli Apple didn't do half bad, even though he did get overpaid. He's not it, but he didn't do half bad last night.
I'm talking about yesterday's game. In the season, yeah, he was. I give you that. I said in the season he was, but not yesterday. He did good yesterday though.
Yeah, like I said,
during the season,
he'll have a moment here there where he can.
That means I don't know. He might make Juju look like Adams next game. I don't know because he is kind of like one game in, one game out type.
He a one-hit wonder.
So we'll
like
see.
a Denzel Ward.
Ooh,
I went there. I don't care. I went there.
Come on, you gonna say that when the man ain't here to defend himself?
I told him this all the time. Denzel Ward is not it. I keep telling him that.
Wow.
Eli had an all-time bad performance against that boy Cooper Kupp. You knew exactly where the ball was going, and you still let them niggas run down game-winning drive, and you knew the ball was going there. Nobody else was touching the ball.
Man,
yeah, that's.
But that was on the DC too, nigga. I'm having 2-3 niggas lining up in front of that boy.
Man, yeah, I didn't understand that. I mean, I'll take it, obviously, but after looking back at it, it's like, bro, are y'all crazy?
I was about to say, Odell burnt him on the first touchdown, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying at that point, Odell was gone, though. Like, Odell was gone.
No, I'm talking about the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. In the second half, he was already gone.
They gave him a drive.
So they knew the ball was going to him.
He threw that
nothing he can do.
I'm just saying, they threw that bit to him like 4 times in a row.
On the last drive, he didn't pass to nobody else. That was his classic race chart. That's the mean they got.
No, fuck that. Fuck pass to anybody else. He didn't look at anybody else.
He's literally looking at this nigga the whole time.
I'm looking like, where's the safety shade? Where's the double team?
He did. Hold on. He had one no look, but the rest of them, yeah, he didn't look at nobody else. But he did have one no look. But the rest of them,
the no look came after he threw it to him like 2 or 3 times. That's my point. At that point, he's not going to nobody else.
Yeah, they didn't even fail for that no look spit. Like, you know damn well
for that shit.
Nigga ain't throwing to no damn Blanton. Who else was on the pitch? Showski, whatever that nigga name. You know he ain't passing to him.
Ben Skoranik's ass. Yeah, that's who he was. That's who he was finna trust with the game on the line. Get the fuck out of here.
For the Super Bowl. I know we kind of touched on it already, but what the Bills need to do this offseason?
Damn running back. Get a damn running back.
That's it?
Like,
or you think that's just like the biggest necessity?
That's the biggest need. I know they say don't draft running backs in the first. No, draft.
Go get.
Go get somebody else's little brother or some shit. That's crazy.
I don't know who. Cause I need to do my little draft board and shit here. With the Senior Bowl and shit coming up, but motherfucker, I don't know who is on the board right now, but nigga, you need to send him to every college across the nation. You scout running back. We are in the. Who is your best running back? Let me see him.
I think Michigan running back coming out, but he hurt though. That's probably the best back on the board. But like you said though, man, it's plenty of people. Go get Kareem. It's plenty of like decent free agents though. Look at the Eagles. The Eagles got 3 dominant backs.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Gainwell's contract is up, so go grab him.
Oh shoot, I forgot to speak on that. That we mentioned that on the last episode, how fresh Miles Sanders looked in that damn game because he didn't have to do a whole bunch of carries splitting time with those other 2 backs and Jalen carrying the ball. So he looked mad fresh.
Look how he looked yesterday or Saturday.
stupid fresh
So they all look
I
fresh.
told you that nigga jersey didn't even get dirty this season,
at all.
and
Like
still
you
had
said,
1,000 yards.
Jalen was the only
Crazy.
one who looked hobbled, if you will, because of his shoulder. But like, nigga, that's it. All the rest of them look prime, ready to go, well
Oh
rested.
yeah, Marvin already took his L in the chat, y'all. In case y'all was wondering,
Yes,
talking
I
about
did.
that shoulder, he think the Giants was gonna get him. It's all right. He tried to get the the daredevil underdog pick one time for the one time. We've all been there.
I ain't gonna lie, I went with Trigger Trev against the Chiefs. I took my L. I had to hold that shit.
But nah,
Yeah, but
I think
y'all ain't 1 and 3 like me.
I ain't gonna give Isaiah that. You knew damn well the Jazz wasn't winning that effing game. That was
I
just
had
you
some belief.
lashing out because you was mad.
It was a Saturday
You knew good
game.
and damn well
It was a
Duval had
Saturday
no
game.
action.
It was a
Saturday
Saturday game. It was a Saturday game. Trevor was undefeated.
I think you picked the Jaguars to despite JC.
Literally, that's it. He knew good and damn well them niggas wasn't winning that game.
Fuck that nigga.
That's why I ain't even gonna do that to him. He knew he was gonna win that damn game.
Fuck that nigga Mahomes.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
That's right.
So I think everybody's in agreement. They number one priority this offseason needs to be to get them a really good running back, which is rare to say about any team. Usually it's everything else. Like running backs is usually the last of your worries, but with them, in order for them to take that next step, they need to get them a true run game. That shit can work in the regular season, but come in the playoffs, especially if you end up getting some type of being in Buffalo, the windy weather conditions or snow, it seems like they usually are on the bad end of that because they don't have a run game. Because I remember they had a game against Belichick like that when Stevenson and Harris went off on them because they actually had a run game. And I think Matt Jones only passed like 3 times that game. It was like a record. Like that's never happened before. And they lost because of that.
The other thing that they need to do is another dominant pass rusher, because when Vaughn went out this year, bro, they got hardly any pressure. Last night they didn't get any pressure really.
My bad, Isaiah. That's another thing I want to say too. I think we're not giving enough credit to the defensive injuries that they've been suffering all year finally catching up to them.
Yeah,
like I said last week,
they had a lot of big injuries this year on the defensive end. Vaughn being probably the biggest, but they had some big injuries. They had Micah Hyde out for the season. I think at one point Poyer and Hyde was out. Tre'Davious White didn't even play like the first 6-7 games, if I'm not mistaken. Like they had a lot of injuries that I think finally caught up to him, which I figured it would. Once Vaughn went out, I knew them niggas wasn't going to the Super Bowl. I was like, I felt like with Vaughn, maybe they could have won in spite of all of their issues. But once Vaughn was out, because I felt like that's all they was missing last year. I felt like if they had Vaughn last year, the Bills are in the Super Bowl. Can't say they would have won, but they would have been there. For sure.
but like it's just when the Bengals, after the offensive line problems that they had last year, and they spent all that money, and then they have 3 starting offensive linemen out, and you only get 1 sack on Burrow. That's not acceptable, bro. You got to get somebody.
And we all agreed that was their weakness last year, that they didn't really have a pass rush like that. They had everything pretty much but that covered.
Yeah.
Losing Vaughn was definitely major.
Yeah.
That's why they paid him all that damn money. That's how much they needed it. And hopefully, we gotta hope that he even comes back the same next year when he does come back.
He up there in age now, boy.
Yeah.
Yep, he already up there as it is. Them injuries don't heal the same once you get up there, get that mileage.
Yeah, because what is he? What he was it? Achilles or ACL?
I think it was
ACL.
Yeah, I think it was ACL.
That's gonna be a bitch to come back from too.
I hope he comes back because it's good for the game. But man,
if he comes back still like 70% of his self, that's still better than anything else they got right now.
Of course,
pretty much.
You can't just depend on Vaughn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only one command in the double.
Oliver's decent too, though.
Yeah, Oliver is decent too, but like you need one more, like you need another edge rusher, bro. Like I always feel like you need 2 edge rushers.
So that's another thing they should address this summer. Then
They should go get Clowney.
That
I
would
don't think he going nowhere.
You don't think so?
Well, I don't know. I heard it was some issue. Wasn't some? Didn't something just happen? Right? He was talking shit.
Yeah, he's not coming back to Cleveland. Hell no.
No,
But I thought they just paid him though. Or am I tripping?
No, he just bashed Cleveland about like how he was basically saying like they want to be losers, like they like being the same old Browns and shit.
They
And
should
like,
want a nigga like that on their team. Is that what they mad about? You should want a nigga like that who cares that much.
Exactly, bro.
That's what you talking about.
he ain't
But
say
it's
that
the Browns.
Like, but at the same time, he didn't say that bit in the locker room. He only said that bit once he got in front of like reporters and stuff. Like, say that shit in the locker room to everybody. Like, I'm not denying what you're saying. If you say that in the locker
But
room,
if you say it
let me finish
in public, you need to say it in the locker room too.
That's it. Say it in the locker room first, and then go out and say it in public. If you don't do it that way, you can't just say it out in public, and then we come back to the locker room and looking at you like, so you think we a whole bunch of losers, nigga? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, bro.
In his defense, I'm gonna just be devil's advocate. Phil Jackson used to do that shit. He used to coach through the media sometimes, and
Phil Jackson has 11 rings, nigga. What?
He didn't at the time. He didn't always have 11 rings out there.
Hold on. What team? what fucking team was Jadeveon Clowney on?
You saying he's not Phil Jackson? All right, I get
exactly.
you.
He damn sure ain't no coach.
Bad comparison.
He's a player.
Bad comparison.
You're right about that. Because it wasn't even until he got with Myles Garrett until he had like his career.
Yeah, and he basically started bashing Myles Garrett too, like basically saying like Myles Garrett kind of like only care about himself and only wants to rack up his sacks. He don't give a fuck about the defense and shit like that.
Which I think is bullshit. That's false.
Is that even possible in football?
Like I'm like
to manipulate that stat like that?
It's possible to say fuck your assignment. It is possible to say fuck your assignment, but I don't think
not on the defensive line though. Coming from somebody who played on the line
to do that. It's
very hard to do that.
Like on the defensive line, bro. Like you understand how hard it because that's the only position I ever played. Nigga, you know how hard it is to just say fuck your assignment on defensive line. You basically have to stand there every play.
Right.
And Garrett isn't doing that. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Especially like you say, you got 3 or 4 niggas rushing
for a while for a reason.
Be for real. Come on, man.
What type of weed was he smoking when he said that?
The best in the Midwest.
Oh, yeah. So why was the Bills game at the Bills instead of like a neutral zone like they said they was gonna do it?
Because it was only if the Bills would have won, they were gonna do a neutral zone. But if the Bengals won, that's why Chiefs fans was basically rooting for the Bengals so they can come back to Kansas City. That deal was only for if the Bills had won, and it was the Chiefs and Bills. It was gonna be
the Bengals went 12-4 in the Bills.
Yeah, I think the Bengals was 1 game or half a game behind or something like that, right?
Yeah, like if they would have finished that game and the Bengals would have won, then they would have been playing at the Bengals. So that's why Zach Taylor kind of made a comment. He was like, I kind of wish we could have finished the game, like, because I mean the Bengals were up and kind of in control. Not saying
and then they showed yesterday what the hell they would have did.
Told you.
Because I ain't gonna lie, Burrow got off on them niggas. He said, I want the ball first. He said, I want to receive it. Went straight down, drove scoring to them niggas. Bills came down again. Only got 3, and then he was driving right back down again before that Hamlin incident happened. He was on his way again. So yeah, Burrow had a certain look on his face that day that I hadn't seen often or probably ever, to be honest. That was like he was treating that like the game of his life right there. Like he wasn't playing no games with them at all.
He saw the
show.
He was
about to light them up.
I told you, he saw the show, bro. You kept saying he ain't.
Yeah, man, bro. These niggas really be watching this, man.
I told you,
man.
But, like they said, I forgot what reporter said.
The irony is he was on my fantasy team. Like I was in the fantasy championship. He's on my team actually, so I needed that because Jalen was hurt at the time and Burrow was my backup. So I actually needed that day.
I forgot what reporter said that, but or analyst or whatever. He was like, he's not on his level yet, obviously, but he was like the sort of calmness and command that Joe Burrow has is Brady and Manning like when like
Hey, I told you that last year before the Super Bowl even happened, that was something I felt was most impressive about him, was how poised he was.
it
I said
doesn't
that to you last year on the show.
it doesn't I think that, like I said earlier, Patrick Mahomes has it too. He just has more of an arm talent and stuff than Burrow does. But it's just like those two, like it doesn't matter how bad the situation is going.
He don't get too high, he don't get too low.
He like, fuck that. It's business to handle. Job's not finished until the clock says fully zero, and we got more points than they do. And that's how him and Mahomes roll. And it's just like the reason why I hate Mahomes and love Burrow so much is because Mahomes in my damn division, obviously. But like it's just like, man, like, and I just feel like that's kind of the thing that Allen and Herbert are missing a bit. Like they don't have that intangible right there. That's like, all right, don't get too high, don't get too low. Let's handle business.
Right. We can go to
I found out the
another.
hard way.
That's kind of,
We can go to another young, poised QB, Mr. Irrelevant himself. Let's go Cowboys and Niners, the actual game of the weekend. Marvin, we was so wrong when we said the Bengals and Bills should have been last. We don't know how wrong we were.
No.
That was a game right there.
Before I give Brock Purdy his credit, what the fuck was that last play, Dallas?
That's what I said. I'm much standing and watching. Like, what the fuck is it?
And then I'm reviewing the play, like because they replayed it like thousands of times when going.
Yes.
Motherfucker, even if let's just say that's the play.
I think they was trying to go the lateral route. I think that's what they was trying.
I get that, but why throw it right there where he had nobody to block for him nothing? Why not throw it to the right when you have CeeDee Lamb with two big ass offensive linemen in front of him and only two DBs in front of him? At that point, maybe he can get up the field some and then make the laterals and stuff. Nigga, you said the play was garbage already, but the execution of the was garbage. Like, what was that? Just throw a Hail Mary or something.
I'm saying, like, what?
It made no sense, but Brock Purdy handled himself accordingly. He played a tough defense. Like I said, he didn't have a great game, but he didn't make too many mistakes where it would cost his team the game, and he got the job done. They in the NFC Championship.
I think the Cowboys missed Pollard a lot in that second half.
They did.
And I didn't recognize just how fluid he was making their offense run. Zeke is a bum. This was his chance to show, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all paid me, and this is what y'all paid me to do at one of the biggest games of the season. And he was just complete dirt. And I think the fact that he has a different style than the elusive Pollard is probably why he even gets what he does get at this point. And he's robbing them blind at this point, and they need to figure that situation out. I heard rumors that supposedly they're supposed to let Pollard go. And if they do that, Cowboys fans is already on suicide watch now. Oh, they gonna really see.
Like, because you have Zeke who's making $20 million next year.
Mm-hmm.
You keep Pollard as if you franchise tag him. So what you gonna do? Pay two running backs $30, $40 million?
Well, who you choosing out of them backs?
Like I said, next year is the year that you can cut. After next year, you can cut Zeke with very, very little dead money. This year, if you cut him, it's gonna be like $40 million dead money. So you don't want to do that shit. Next year, it'll be like $6 million. So next year's the year. But are you willing to?
So Isaiah, basically what you're saying is they need Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, that's been since what, 1996? I mean, another year, another Cowboys playoff loss. I mean, we ain't surprised. Like we said last year, they'll get through whoever they got through. I can't remember who it was. And then they'll play the 49ers and lose again. And it happened again.
You said that. You did say that.
Oh, man. They lost in the first round, so we went to them. We was
Oh yeah, that's what it was. My bad.
to this year.
Oh
They
no,
finally
it was the Packers. My bad. It was the Packers who I had. Because they had the first round bye. So, but yeah.
So this year they finally made it through the first round, and then
I forgot to do a big shut the fuck up to Micah Parsons, bro. You cried.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, he was going back and forth with Debo because he said, "Don't poke the bear," and then he was like, "What you did tonight, big bro?" He was like, "Congrats on the win, though, nigga." Y'all fans was calling this man on FaceTime during y'all game, talking about be ready next week. Be ready next week. Debo didn't say he had a big game. His team won. That's why he said, "Don't poke the bear." Y'all took another L. Go ahead, get back on your plane, back to Dallas or Arlington, wherever in Texas, y'all, Fort Worth, wherever y'all live at in that area, and shut the hell up.
I want to give a big shut the fuck up to Diggs.
Oh yeah,
You made a video. You made a video last week calling out Stephen A. You made a video about this. You made a video about that. You taunt this. You taunt
What did he say
that.
about Stephen A?
He was like, "Look, Stephen A, we don't win it," because Stephen A had them losing, obviously.
Yeah, of course. And he just said, "We won. We did this and that," and just talking all that shit. But what the fuck did you do yesterday?
You beat the worst playoff team, like literally the worst playoff team, and you was hype as fuck, like super hype,
and didn't even do nothing that game
in his prime. Like no, like you beat the worst version of Brady. Like, come on, bro.
Right.
I wouldn't say they beat the worst playoff team, but maybe by record.
Who's
yes.
worse than them?
Maybe by record, yes, but looking at the roster, I wouldn't say it was the worst.
Who's the worst?
I say the Giants.
First of all, coming into that game, everybody was talking that don't bet against Brady Smith and all of that stuff, and how Bucks can potentially get that, and it was only like a 2-point favorite for the Cowboys. So I ain't gonna do that and act like they just beat a bunch of bums and scrubs after they take care of their business.
Once again, we all said that if they was gonna win that game, Brady was gonna have to carry them niggas. Them niggas they are not a good football team this year, bro. Even though the roster,
but that's the same team practically. I ain't gonna say practically, but it's pretty much the same core that they had when they beat Mahomes a couple years ago, and y'all was talking about the team is so damn loaded. So now it ain't loaded no more.
They lost fucking Gronk, nigga.
That's one nigga.
Hold on.
If you say loaded, that means across the board.
Hold on. They lost Gronk. They lost 2 offensive linemen. They lost Ndamukong and Sue. Like, are we serious? Like, come on now, bro. They lost Jason Pierre-Paul. Those is 4 big
nobody. Jason Pierre-Paul, who nobody even ended up picking up, or I think the Ravens got him like 2 games before the season ended.
He with the Ravens.
I know. I'm saying he was sitting as a free agent the whole damn year. That's how valuable he is.
So once again, you're saying this shit now when it's 2 or 3 years later. You said that's the same team. It's not the same team.
I said same core. I corrected myself. I said it's pretty much the same core.
It's not. I just named 4 niggas. I just named 4 vital parts.
Their core is Mike Evans. Their core is Godwin. Their core is Brady. Their core is Leonard Fournette. You know what I'm saying? Like that's their core.
Leonard Fournette. Are you fucking serious?
You said who?
You said Leonard Fournette.
You lost Antonio Brown.
Like I said, they lost Gronk. They lost 2 rushers and Sue and Pierre-Paul, and they lost 2 offensive linemen. That's why their offensive line wasn't good this year.
Oh yeah.
And them trenches matter, like we said.
I'm just saying they still got most of that.
No, nigga, they was the worst.
And y'all are calling them the worst team in the playoffs now. Like,
who was worse?
You can't have it both ways, bro.
But who was worse than them?
Who was worse than them?
I think the Giants was worse. I don't care about them beating them overrated Vikings.
No,
I think they were.
No.
If you look roster for roster on paper, Giants are not better than the Bucks.
They got 10 wins.
I don't give a fuck about
on paper. I'm just gonna say the Seahawks.
Geno.
Seahawks.
I do need to see one more season from Geno, but no, they got some weapons over there.
Like, are you serious? On paper, no, paper don't mean shit.
You lost me when you said.
I mean, I know you know that more than all of us.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just about to say that. I know that more than anybody up on this damn podcast. People don't even.
Tom Brady was over once Gronk retired, okay? Gronk did there. He blocked. It was a third down, nigga. If you need a first down, you going to that nigga. Like, he'll get you that first down. Like,
Gronk a cold nigga, too. He all in the little NFL game day studio chilling. Like, oh, yeah, you know, I remember back in the day when like, nigga, we need you out here, nigga. What is you doing in there?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's almost like Patrick Mahomes right now if he lose freaking Kelsey. Like, I feel like.
I wouldn't say that, nigga. Gronk is getting up there. Kelsey is still. Gronk was not prime Gronk when he played on the Bucks. Like, let's stop playing. That was not prime Gronk.
I just said if he loses Kelsey, like Patrick Mahomes ain't gonna be out here torturing niggas. All right, because that's that nigga go to. When in doubt, give it to Kelsey. All right.
Mahomes losing Kelsey is a bigger blow than Brady losing Gronk in 2020.
No.
That's a bigger blow to lose Kelsey right now than Brady losing that. Now, if it was 2013, 14, Gronk, then yeah.
I'm just doing a comparison. I ain't say like this is gonna be bigger. Who? I'm just saying it's just like if Patrick Mahomes lose Kelsey, that team ain't gonna be as good as it's supposed to be. It's still gonna be playoff contenders and all that, but it ain't gonna get over the hump without that nigga.
That's because that nigga don't got Mike Evans and Godwin and Julio and Russell Gage as receivers. So of course it's gonna hurt.
Oh my God! I'm just doing a comparison, Josh. I ain't asking the three niggas on the other side.
Y'all niggas, y'all trying to have it both ways. You trying to say them niggas was loaded, but now y'all trying to say, oh, they the worst team in the playoff. Get the F out of here,
motherfucker.
They're no longer loaded, bro.
Like I said, Josh, if I would have seen Tampa Bay again, I'd have been happy.
You can go. Hold on. You can go back to the prediction episode when niggas was saying they got Julio, and I was like, that shit don't move the needle much.
Yeah.
That shit.
I probably agreed with you, but I probably did think that Julio would be able to do something because you still gonna be at least like at absolute worst like a fourth option on that team, and Julio as your fourth option right now is still a damn good receiving core.
So him getting 2 catches a game makes them not the worst playoff team.
Once again, you said Leonard Fournette, bro.
That was a part of the niggas they came at me about when they said the Bucks was loaded a couple years ago. So Fournette had that much of a drop off? He that trash now?
Did you watch him this season? Yes, that nigga is trash.
He should have went out injury reserve, fake the injury, my nigga, and be like, I can't come to next season. I got to sit out. Something.
Fournette ain't even old though. That's the crazy part.
Well, he ain't running right either. Shit.
No, he not. Something going on.
You know what I'm saying?
I might be older than Fournette. Hold on.
That's like comparing this. Him and Zeke did the same shit. Like, man, we about to bullshit.
No, Zeke is garbage.
Zeke is trash.
Fournette is 28.
Yeah, nigga, that's old for a running back. And really, that nigga 32. That nigga been lying. That nigga 32.
Facts.
He's been looking 21 since he was in the 9th grade.
Man, I thought Fournette was way older than with that bald head. At least look 35.
Nigga, what nigga?
Damn, don't talk about the bald head, nigga.
No, hold on. No, hold on now. No, ain't nothing wrong with that, Mark. But niggas ain't going bald in the 9th grade, bro. Nah, bro. Nah.
I got a hot take. I think Kittle got the best hands in the game.
No.
After what I just seen, I've been saying it throughout, like the last half of the season since he's been back and everything. But like the catches he's been making lately,
I don't give a shit. You're wrong.
I think Kittle got the best hands in the game right now.
You mean
just hands? I'm not saying he's the best tight end, but I think he has the best hands right now.
You must mean only tight ends then, or something. You must mean that. And even then, you still smoking dick. So what we talking about here?
We're not gonna act like Kittle wasn't in argument as like top 2 in the league of tight ends when he was, you know what I'm saying, when he was Kittle before all these injuries and spit start popping up.
So when was that? 1 season out of his 6?
He been hurt. for 6.
Yeah, every time. So, secondly,
That's why I'm saying he's looking like that back to that time right now.
he ain't got better hands than Travis Kelce. Don't care. He don't have better hands than Tate. He don't have better.
Kelce really be finessing and losing these niggas and getting open or mossing niggas, but Kittle is catching some ridiculous catches, bro.
What it take to moss niggas? Hands, JC. And that's what he got. He don't have hands like Kelce. He don't have hands like Tate. He don't have hands like
all right.
He don't have hands like Cup.
He's a better like, I guess you could say, like, contested or difficult catches. Like how they say like the best difficult shot maker.
You're wrong. I hate to do this, Norman, but he's wrong.
Yeah, Kittle is just, you know what I'm saying, making easy catches look hard. That's
you got the jersey on right now. I don't want to hear that shit. You got the jersey on right now and trying to slander your tight end. I want to hear that spit.
Saved us, you know what I'm saying? Like, he the one that carried us. Like, it was for him getting open, and it was like 2 they didn't call. Like, it was 1 when he was lined up, and, you know, 44, who's check, he was on the line. He covered up fucking Kelce, and they didn't call that. I was happy. Oh, that's when he made that one-hand catch. Like, that nigga was not supposed to go down.
That was ridiculous, bro. That was ridiculous. I didn't even know he came down with it to the replay.
Yeah, the ref didn't call down. Like, shit, that's good, man. That nigga was blocked.
And I see y'all got y'all little healthy rotational running back, you know, thing going on right now. Mitchell healthy, that, you know what I'm saying?
What happened?
You know, McCaffrey needs that. He needs him a healthy running back next to him.
What happened? McCaffrey wasn't doing nothing, so they was like, "Fuck it, let's just give it to Mitchell." And he
Cowboys, they was doing good with their run defense was pretty good.
Hell yeah, I was surprised. I was mad. Like, man, I thought y'all.
I don't think their defense did bad actually. Like,
they did.
Y'all niggas been putting up 30 plus on everybody y'all been playing. These niggas held y'all to 19, and y'all don't think y'all scored that last one until the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
I think they held up.
Yeah, Dallas defense did play good. I think Dak failed them.
Yeah, I was about to say they should have won that game. Like,
I said if Dak plays the way he played last week, I said they should be fine. But he didn't play nearly as good as he did last week.
So I'm gonna answer a part of your question, which I know you're gonna ask. What do Dallas need? A kicker. A kicker.
So hold on. How much do you think it affected? Because if I'm not mistaken, he was like one of the best kickers in the league this year, right? So I don't think they get rid of him, but how much do you think it affected the game that they wasn't trusting him? Because if they take that 3 before halftime, it's 9-6 Dallas way, and we having a different game.
I don't know, because it's 4th and inches. I feel like we on the other side. I might go for it.
No, it was 4th and 4.
It was 4th and 4. They went for it.
4th and 4.
We should have kicked that motherfucker.
He was at the game, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
At the game, but you know, when you get too many drunks and then you just yelling, you don't know what's going on. Yeah.
And I think that's the worst thing you can do for a kicker is make him feel like you don't believe in him. Because now when you do send him out again, it's really gonna be in his head now.
And they did that twice.
Yeah.
It's like, why'd you bring me here? What'd you bring me here
They
for?
They left at least 6 points on the board. And even though they lost by more than 6, I think it changes.
That's a full touchdown though, JC, because remember he missed.
But I think
that was an extra point.
But when they get the points at the time, it still changes the way the game is played because now coming out of halftime, Cowboys.
That's why I think it would have been. I think it would have been 7-7. Like you said, they left 6 points and that extra point. That's a full touchdown. Yeah.
Well, the extra point got blocked and he was gonna miss anyway. So that's why I'm not giving him that. But I'm talking about the time that they just blatantly didn't trust him.
I'm giving it to him. Because they put him in there at the wrong time.
But at the same time, he gave them a reason to not trust him. Nigga went in that bit and missed the extra point.
After you just missed 5 last game and got away with it.
Bro, nah, we ain't even on this shit. We finna play Madden now. Ain't even we ain't kicking no field goals. Fuck that. Like,
no, they really was though. I was like, damn. But Isaiah, you still have to be careful with that. Because F around, what if you need this nigga at the end of the game to win the game? And now you done basically told this nigga, we don't even trust you.
Fuck him.
You need him. What is you talking about?
Fuck it.
You still need him. Are you gonna go sign a kicker in the middle of the game?
He had a better chance of him making that shit than he did.
Like Storman said, there was some drunks there. Shit, go get one of them niggas to kick it.
The other thing too, it was Dak. Like, I didn't understand. Like his line held up, and that nigga still like trying to force feed shit. Like ain't nobody near you, and like you got time to throw the ball, and he panicking.
That nigga was feeling himself after last week. Like, nigga, I'm what I'm saying? I'm the Dallas quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to get out here and do this. I'm about to take us to the promised land. Finna slice and dice this Niner defense. And then he had that man Fred Warner right up on him. Like, nigga, what? That nigga's in his face, sacking this nigga, and down there covering CD Lamb. Like, y'all got the best linebacker in football right now, bro. I give y'all that.
IQ was something else, man. His IQ was something else.
This nigga started on the line of scrimmage and was running down with CD Lamb to swat the ball. That's unheard of, bro.
Nah, that nigga missed. That was CD Lamb just, missed.
Like,
He was there. He was there. That nigga dropped it. Like,
Well, you had a different angle. I'm going off of watching on TV, all right? You might have been sitting right there.
Shit, if I could pick one defensive player besides like Aaron Donald in his prime, like from this generation of players, it'd probably be Fred Warner. Like, that's how fucking good Fred Warner really is, man. Like, that shit is insane.
Yeah, defense came up strong. 2 picks in the red zone for us. So that was like 6 points we took away at least.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, man, y'all defense is the scariest unit in the fucking field. So
It's the best defense in the league, statistically.
that's what I'm saying. The Eagles gonna have some trouble.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be the same game. Kicker versus kicker. If we do get in there, somebody get in there, but it's gonna be a dog fight in the trenches. Field position.
Right.
Heck of a game.
I think it's gonna come down to how they protect Purdy in those moments where he need to throw. They'll generate a lot of pressure. Because they know that 49ers can run the ball. It's no secret. Y'all, when they got McCaffrey, they know about Shanahan. He's a power run, play action, throw type of guy.
All right.
So there ain't no secrets on what each team do. It's just, hey, who go out there and play better on Sunday.
Can y'all measure if McCaffrey went to the Bills? That would have been
Whoo, hey, that's another one that they could have went to go get. That's another one. I remember they was in talks for that. So it sounds like the Bills was the ones that was like, oh, no, we don't want to give all that up. And it's like when you in win now mode, you got to have that less need mentality. F them picks.
Right. Stupid, man.
You're in win now mode, bro. You're not worried about that spit right now. You'll trade all of that. I'm pretty sure it ain't nobody here's fan base who wouldn't trade every single pick they got for the next 10, 15 years if it can get them a Super Bowl right now. Right now.
I know I would.
There's not a team that wouldn't do that. Not a general manager that wouldn't do that.
Easily, we can figure that other shit out later.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We got a chance to go get a Super Bowl right now. And you know how hard, like Jeff Saturday said, as he's shown, how hard it is to get one win in this league. How hard it is to get one win. So for you to have a season like you had where you still going 14-4, 13-3 or whatever, you can't take that for granted. You got to seize that while you got it. Because you don't know how the next season going. Football is not like basketball by any means. You can go 14-4 one year and then the next year just be completely dismantled and discombobulated and not know what the hell's going on. And you can have a team that went 3-14 that effing won 10, 11 games. And you're like, where the hell that come from? Right. Like it's just you have much less smaller margin for error in football. So you have to seize those opportunities when you got it. And the Bills might have dropped the ball on that. They might have dropped the ball on that by not going to get it back. Even if they do get one this summer, it's like it's not a given that you're gonna go 14-4 or 14-3, whatever again. It's not a given. But ain't my damn team, so that's their business. Unless you got a nice little package for Akers, don't call me.
Oh shit.
Marvin touched on it a little bit already, but what Dallas need to do this summer?
Get rid of Dak.
It's that bad.
You heard that fucking list. He number 10 on that list, nigga. Derek Carr was on that list. That's why they got rid of him, bro.
But you see how y'all go straight to quarterback? It ain't but so a handful of Burrows, Mahomes, even still Josh Allen's, Herbert's. It's only a handful of them. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, fuck all that.
That's crazy.
You are correct. But bro, it's the NFL, like you said. You can't keep sitting in the middle of the pack and just keep on going with this. Oh, we make it to the playoffs, maybe win one game, then take an L or a first round exit immediately. The defense showed up. They did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They held
the
them
Niners to 19 points. You did your effing job.
All the way up.
Even with Brock Purdy starting. With that offense, with them weapons.
He been putting up 30 a game, so they just can't even use that.
Exactly.
That's Dallas?
No, Purdy.
Purdy.
Oh, Purdy, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, what happened, bro? Like, come on now. Like, we need more than 12 about you, bro. You supposed to be a top 10 quarterback. You get paid like one. What's up?
Damn sure get paid like one.
Like I said, man, 7 years and still ain't getting it done. Like I said, and then when you listen to him after these games, he just pretty much telling us what we want to hear. Oh, I'm going to just have to limit this. I'm going to have to limit the interceptions. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do that. Man, shut the fuck up and do it.
Right.
You're not doing it, man. I mean, like I said, you had, okay, and like we said with Daniel Jones.
You can't coach or practice instinct, though.
I'll give you that.
Right.
That's something you either got or you don't.
You're absolutely right. And unfortunately, Derek Carr doesn't have it. Kirk Cousins don't have it. Dak Prescott don't have it. Daniel Jones don't have it. There's certain quarterbacks who just don't have it.
Right.
But you don't have anything on the market better than that right now.
Okay. Keep going through the circle then. Go through this circle for 15 years then. For another 15, 30 years.
But you know what, Isaiah?
It's fine for me. I don't give a fuck if the Cowboys.
No, same here. But look, Isaiah, I will say this though about something that you told me. And this nigga ghetto spit drinking the 2-liter cactus cooler out the bottle. That's some real ghetto, authentic spit right there. I ain't seen that soda in so damn long.
Nigga, they don't have these on the East Coast. Nigga, it's my favorite soda. They don't.
But back to Isaiah though, it was something that you said that stuck with me this weekend that I remember us arguing about. And you said them days of having these super elite defenses in a mid QB, that's what is over with. Ooh. And if you look at who's left in the playoffs, you're right.
The only one is Brock Purdy, and that's because
and you can even argue that Purdy's been doing his job. I don't think it's been like they're winning in spite of him type of thing. He's been making some throws where I'm like, whoa, like, hold on a second.
What was it like? In the total of the games that he played this season since Garoppolo went down or whatever, he had 13 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions, and he played like 6-7 games or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's not just game managing.
Yeah, that's not. We saw that when they played the Bucks. He didn't just game manage that whole game. Like, he made some throws, so he's been playing like a top 10, been playing like, I'm not just crowning him a top 10 quarterback, but he's playing like one right now. So, and then the other 3, you got an MVP candidate, you got the best quarterback in the league, and then
you got 2 MVP candidates.
Well, I was saying
one of them was probably a sure foot to win it before he got hurt.
No, the only reason I said Jalen is only an MVP candidate is because Patrick Mahomes is by far the best quarterback.
Oh, you were gonna say he's okay?
Yeah, that's why I said he's the best quarterback in the league. And then you got.
I thought you was calling Mahomes the candidate.
No, hell no. What the? Come on. Anyways, and then after that, you got the best quarterback in the league's rival in Burrow right there. So it's like, shit. Like
Yeah.
you can't.
I ain't gonna lie. Isaiah. You might have been on to something, bro. That spit might be over with.
Like, bro, you
That Troy Aikman spit, that Joe Flacco spit, that spit might be over with.
No.
And that's why that's the only reason why I have so much hopes in the Colts and why I was defending them so hard is because that GM has done such a great job building that team top to bottom. That's just been his only hiccup, man, is that QB.
That shit.
But to be fair, it's incredibly hard to find too.
Oh hell! I'm not
behind. I think other than offensive linemen, that's like the hardest thing to fix in football.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Absolutely. Like, I'm not saying it's easy to go out there and find the Mahomes, find the Herbert, find the Allen, find the Burrow. That shit is not easy. That's why you have so many teams in the market.
And all them niggas ain't number one picks.
Yeah,
you know
no. And that's why you have so many teams in the market for a quarterback every single damn year, or questioning whether this quarterback is the guy every year, because those guys are setting the standard. If you're not meeting that standard, and those guys are the guys winning Super Bowls and getting the Super Bowls, you're not meeting that standard, you got to go.
But it'd be hard for the ones that then paid their damn quarterback, and it's like, damn, we can't even go after that nigga if we wanted to, even though we want to. We can't, because we already paid this nigga, because we thought he was gonna be that for us.
And that's the problem. People be trying to bank on potential and shit like that, bro. You can't bank on potential, bro. You gotta, in the NFL, bro, you gotta bank on what niggas done showed you, like what they done showed you on paper, like how the Jaguars tried to bank on. Oh, Blake Bortles showed us he had a mediocre year that year. He got carried by his defense all the way to the AFC championships. Maybe he can do a little bit better. And then what happened? Tore the whole fucking team apart. No, that potential shit. No, fuck no.
What you saying, Norman?
I was saying, I think you can win with a mediocre quarterback, but you gotta have a great defense and a great run game. That nigga gotta be minimized to 10 to 15 throws a game. And you know what I'm saying?
And most of these teams don't be having both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Titans had the great running back, but don't got the.
Let me ask y'all that. Who's the last quarterback to do that?
Name me the last, like mediocre quarterback to win.
Yeah. Yes. Mediocre quarterback. Name it.
To win.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
He wasn't mediocre.
Yeah. Nah. At that time, yeah. At that time, yes, he was.
He still made big time throws and was playing like a top 10 quarterback.
10, 15
not at that time. The second time he went, not the first time.
What about Foles? Foles?
Yeah, Foles.
Foles was out there playing like Joe Flacco did. Come on, cuz.
That man was out there. That man was out there passing and catching though.
That nigga Foles and Flacco. I ain't letting y'all get away with them two. Nah, hell no. I might. Russell Wilson, I'll engage in that argument. But them two, them motherfuckers playing like Prime Brady out that motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
They pulled a Space Jam out that bitch. Them niggas, I ain't never seen them. They ain't never played like that a day again in their life.
No.
And I've been firm on this all year. If Purdy finds a way to get this done, it's gonna be his job to lose.
Oh yeah. They
ain't gonna care nothing about that traded picks for number 3 and they ain't gonna care about none of this unless they get somebody like for sure, like an Aaron Rodgers or Lamar or something like that. That's gonna be his job to lose.
I mean, yeah.
Even then, it's gonna be very hard to go away from a kid who stepped.
And he ain't lost. Because that would mean he's still undefeated if he does that.
Yeah,
like, he still is.
How can y'all gave
Jalapio whatever
that contract
$100 million.
I was just gonna say that y'all gave him $100 million after 5 games. But this nigga, y'all gonna bring somebody else in after you and y'all Super Bowl? Nah, bro.
And his 5 games was more trash because he did it when everybody's sitting down their bench. Everybody getting ready for playoffs. Niggas is hurt. Niggas is sitting niggas out because it's the end of the season. I remember the very last game of the season when he played the Rams. I think that was the first year we went to the Super Bowl. Nigga, Gurley sat out, Goff sat out, and Donald sat out that game. And he won that, and they credited that like, oh yeah, he went undefeated. They gave that man $100 off of that.
It's all right. Yeah, I don't care who starts next year.
Talk about legalized bank.
Say you don't care?
Nah, because they both house money right now. We ain't paying them shit. We got rid of that big contract with Jalapio, so it's like, I don't care who's starting out. Just give me the Super Bowl now. Next year, I don't care.
How you don't care? So what if Trey Area come back and start playing trash and Purdy sitting on the bench? You wouldn't care?
We'll switch
Hold
you
on,
out.
hold on,
Yeah,
hold
we'll
on,
switch.
Everybody stop.
He pretty much gonna be like you with the Rams.
Everybody stop. What if he come back and play trash? He's going to come back.
He played one game in the rain,
That
Isaiah.
nigga is ass.
And it's funny because
He
I
is
was the one
ass.
going in on Trey when the season started. Isaiah was the one pulling for him. Trey Area, nigga. Trey Area.
Because he was
Isaiah
on my
the one-
fantasy team. Because the bitch was on my fantasy team.
Oh, okay. So
That's
he
why.
hurt you
Fuck that
personally.
nigga.
All right.
Fuck
okay.
that nigga. He's
I mean,
ass.
But wait, if your fantasy team was dependent on Trey Lance as your starting quarterback, your team was doomed to begin with, my brother.
I had more playmakers before niggas got injured. I had Cooper Kupp on the team. I had Joe Mixon.
didn't need to
That's
carry.
a tough season. He said Cooper Cup. Damn, your season was rough, partner.
Nigga. Shut the
Uh,
fuck
Damn.
up.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that nigga.
You
That
need
nigga-
you need Jesus.
I won my one money league though. I won my
You need Jesus.
You won that league?
No, not that one. I
Oh, I was
won
about to say.
the
I need to join that shit if you want with
Yeah,
that.
I was like, sign me up with you next year. I
I
want to
think I
join
went
that
like
shit.
three and however many weeks, 3 and 11. I think you played like 14.
Yeah, I know. That sounded rough.
It was. I only won like 3 or 4 games in fantasy in that league. Fuck, because hell no. Win.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, let's get these championship previews going. Winding down to the end, baby. Let's go. So first up, we got the Niners and Eagles, the NFC Championship. I need predictions and picks, all that spit. Isaiah, my brother, set it off.
Unfortunately, Storm and Norman, I think the
Ooh,
Eagles.
coming in hot.
It's not that y'all don't have a good team. It's just the difference in quarterback play. Y'all both have star receivers, good receiving cores, with Debo and Kittle versus.
I would
Smith.
argue the Eagles have a better receiving core.
I'm saying you can say I said both have good receiving cores. I didn't say which one was better, nigga. I just said they both.
I just wanted to throw that in there. They split it.
Okay, you can throw that in there when you get your prediction.
Hey, this is NFC West beef, nigga. All right.
nigga, do that when it's your time. They both have good run games. I would argue that 49ers run game is better since they have McCaffrey. And they both have very good defenses. The 49ers have the number 1 defense, but the Eagles have the most sacks in the league this year. So, and then we know what they
Reddick's
have.
a dog.
Yeah, we know what they both have in the secondary, especially the Eagles with Bradbury and Slay. So I just think the difference will be quarterback play. It's just Jalen Hurts has been on a tear this season, even with his shoulder last week, even though it was the Giants. I think with another week of rest, he'll get more mobility in that shoulder, be feeling a little bit more like himself, and be able to get the job done.
And y'all struggle with quarterbacks like that anyway. So Stormy, we're gonna go to you last. I know what your pick is. Marvin, who you got?
I got the Niners, man.
Why do you
I got the
Niners?
49ers. That defense is just, like I said, it's just too strong. I feel like they kind of gonna expose Hurts. Like I said,
Exposed? So you don't believe in it?
See, your nitpicking,
Your terminology, brother. Your
it's not gonna work
terminology,
with me.
brother.
It's not gonna work with me. It's not gonna work with me. I mean, but like we said earlier, what challenges has he really had? That's where I think it's going to come to. This is going to be the biggest challenge for him, and I think they will not succeed.
So you don't think he's been battle tested yet this year?
No.
In
And
his
he will be
career,
battle-
really, you can argue.
I think he will be battle tested this week, and I think Fred Warner and them is going to come up strong. So,
Yeah, that's a bad time to have your
But-
first time being truly battle tested in the NFC Championship.
But like
But-
Isaiah said, they have good, you know, they lead the league in sacks. But like I said, their run defense is not all that, in my opinion. I don't think so.
They lead. Hold on, let me ask them though. They lead the league in sacks, and they don't even send a lot of like blitz pressure because of how good their secondary is. They can just allow that 3 to 4 man rush. That's what makes them dangerous too.
But I just feel like McCaffrey could have a field day with them. So we'll see. I'm picking the 49ers.
So, Norman, why are y'all gonna beat the Eagles?
Well, no, I'm picking the 49ers because, you know, it's my team. I predicted them to go to Super Bowl. We almost there.
You
So
did.
hopefully I'm right. You know what I'm saying?
You did before McCaffrey too. Way long before McCaffrey. Matter of fact, hold on. I need to talk to this nigga for a second. Isaiah, you came on here when McCaffrey got traded. I don't care about no running back. I wanted a quarterback. I don't care about no running back. That man been carrying y'all ever since, nigga. Talking about you didn't care about no running back. So now, Howard, yeah, he said that. He said he didn't care about McCaffrey coming over because he didn't want a running back. He wanted
Really?
and McCaffrey.
Hold on, Norman. Is it because he white?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because he white? Because he white? Oh, that's funny as hell.
I wouldn't say McCaffrey is carrying them. He's playing very well, but I wouldn't say
Them niggas haven't lost a game, Isaiah.
Okay, they haven't lost a game since Brock Purdy started. So he been carrying?
He taking care of business, ain't he?
Oh, now it's just him
He taking care of business, ain't he?
But McCaffrey can.
They was winning before Purdy stepped in the picture, nigga. They wasn't winning before McCaffrey stepped in the picture. That's the difference.
Let me see. When did McCaffrey get here?
He got there, week?
When the Chiefs came,
Six or
when the
seven?
Chiefs, they lost to the Chiefs. Yeah, he lost one when they got there. But that's when he first got there, though.
Yeah.
The Chiefs game.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first game. He feeling the spot.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to hear that.
No.
That's technically a loss.
You can't feel spit out against the Chiefs, Isaiah. Come on now. You can't feel spit out against the Chiefs. Once that nigga got once he got his feet up under, that nigga didn't lose again.
I ain't trying to hear that.
That's true. I give you that. That's true.
If he was carrying them, he would have carried them to win that game too, nigga.
So now niggas got to go undefeated to be carrying. Ain't that some spit?
Garoppolo went undefeated. Purdy undefeated. Shit.
Jalapio played 5 games against trash teams that was sitting everybody.
That's too damn bad. It fits my narrative.
Goodness gracious. I do. This is honestly a hard one. This is actually harder for me than the other game.
I know.
I feel like I'm with Marvin as far as like Purdy. Like, so last week you said he hadn't seen a defense like Dallas, right? I feel like the Eagles ain't Dallas. I feel like some of the spit that he's able to get away with them, I don't think he's gonna get away with the Eagles because they do have much better DBs and safeties than the Niners do. I mean the whatchamacallit, Cowboys. I feel like they're more fundamentally sound. Like, you know how I was praising up like Cowboys got the weapons here, weapons there. Eagles are just much more fundamentally sound, and they are very much next man up, top to bottom. Like whoever's there, you know what I'm saying? So I do think that's gonna be huge trouble for Purdy. And I am curious on how he responds to that. I think this is his true test now. Like for real this time. Just like we feel like, you know, the Eagles ain't played nobody per se. I feel like Purdy's kind of in the same boat, specifically Purdy.
No, he played that loaded Bucks team you was talking about.
I said y'all niggas said they was loaded, nigga.
No. And he played a healthy.
They was loaded,
He played a
nigga.
healthy Cowboys too. Come on, bro.
Nigga, it's my man. Boy, hold on. You say this is my turn, nigga. You told me to wait. Now you wait.
Nah, nigga, you want to talk during my turn? I'm getting to interrupt you, nigga.
I was just about to go there. I was like, wait a minute.
Fuck out of here. You gonna interrupt me? I'm interrupting you, nigga.
So
now continue.
I'm actually struggling anyway, though. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a damn bomb game. Only reason I'm gonna stick with the Niners is because that was my pick when Isaiah asked us on like week 7 or 8 who we had. I went with the Niners and I said I got them going all the way. I said I had Niners and Chiefs, and I mean I know I kind of gave away my other pick now, but I think that's what it's gonna be. I think the Niners is gonna find a way. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles pull this out. I think it's gonna be a nail biter. I really do. And it's a lot on the line for both of them. But I think the Niners, I think what's gonna come down to, I think they want it more. You know what I'm saying? Eagles just won the damn Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Niners been waiting the last 30 years. And that fan base, you know, they shows up and show out. Like, I don't think they gonna deck it out like they did LA. But you definitely gonna see some red up in there. It's gonna be visible. So yeah, I'm going with San Fran, unfortunately. I'm riding with the NFC West to come out of the NFC this year. Yeah, so now that we all got that in. So I think Isaiah's on his lonesome, huh?
Yep. It's all right. It's all right.
I got a bad feeling about that. Let me see who's the favorite. I'm sure it's the Eagles, but let me see.
And the only way the Eagles will win, they first get out there and run that ball.
But you know he gonna do that. So what are you talking about?
No. When it's passing, like, not run the ball, okay, like, keep the play alive and chuck it downfield to wide open. Because I don't know what it is with my DBs. I guess they relying on my front four.
Ward's been solid though. I ain't gonna care. Ward's been solid.
Which one?
Like,
what's the name? Tre'Davious, whatever that nigga name is.
Nah, Jimmy. I think Jimmy better. Jimmy Ward way better.
It don't matter who back there, okay? When the play is alive and too damn long. I don't know what it is. The motherfucker just streak up the field and niggas start watching, and next thing you know, the nigga wide open. How you just gonna blow the assignment like that? Just let this nigga go. So that's my biggest fear about mobile quarterbacks.
And them is definitely receivers that you don't want to play with like that. Vontae Smith and AJ Brown, and then you got Watkins, who's effing fast as hell. He might probably gonna drop the ball. You got to depend on that. He gonna drop that ball, but he gonna be open though, because niggas gonna be so worried about the other two.
That's how sorry ass with that nigga. Well, he became good now. The Bears quarterback, that's how he beat us. I'm like, how you just let this nigga run over the field, run this way, and throw it back shoulder, nigga wide open? Like, what the fuck? So, yes.
So the Eagles are a 2.5-point favorite, so they have it as a close game as well. But they got the Eagles going to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, Arizona, here we come, baby. We're gonna check it out.
Cincinnati and Kansas City. Predictions and preview, fellas.
I'm going with
it's gonna come down to who gets the ball last, but I'm not gonna lie. I think that KC ends up getting the ball last and they go back to the Super Bowl.
What? You not riding with Joe Shiesty?
I want Joe Shiesty to win, but I think the NFL script will have KC.
Here he go. Just like niggas was saying the Bills was scripted to go until they just lost.
No, I ain't say that, but no, I'm just joking. I just honestly think that it's gonna come down to who has the ball last, and I think KC might fuck around and have the ball last. And
even if he got 13 seconds, huh?
yeah, because Shit, we saw it happen before. Shit.
Stormy.
Go with Joe Shiesty, you know what I'm saying? He gonna pull it
What? Oh no. Never mind. He don't
Make
want to see Mahomes.
out.
That's what
You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying?
That's what it is. He's scared of Mahomes. That's why he picking
They
him.
gonna get him a close time. You put him in there. They gonna hit that ankle. He ain't gonna do it. I got him in about 10 points, baby.
Hey, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. They for sure going for that ankle.
But with that being said, with my pick being made, I just think they'll get the ball last. I want the Bengals to win because fuck the Chiefs.
Stormy Norman in the same boat as you. He know good and damn well the Chiefs gonna win, but he wants the Bengals to win.
10 points,
Hold on, time out. You said the same shit last year when I told you last year that the Bengals was gonna win. You said this shit. I know you know.
Because that was true last year too. You still was getting that win beat in until
that was true. I told you about Joe Shiesty last year. I told you again this year against Josh Allen.
You wanted him to win. You didn't know he was gonna win that Chiefs game.
Nigga, go back to the clip. I pulled up with that boy with the chain on, with the turtleneck and the shades. Nigga, stop playing, boy. Man, come on now.
I think he had him in the background too.
He did. No, I know exactly what he's talking about. I remember like it was yesterday. That's my Super Bowl run. Man. I ain't forget spit.
Yeah. Nah. I just think that they'll get the ball last. I'm gonna be rooting for my boy Joe Shiesty, just like Justin Herbert, your favorite quarterback. I mean, my bad, Phillip Rivers with a perm.
This guy.
Yeah, Joe Shiesty, my favorite QB. So, you know, I just like QBs who go to Super Bowl and shit. But I digress.
I know you don't like none of your quarterbacks.
You damn skippy.
Last quarterback you liked was Rich Gannon. And I don't even know if you like that nigga.
I barely like that nigga.
Cool. Who you rolling with, man?
This is Isaiah's fault. Because he's the businessman. He's the businessman of the year. He sold me. I'm riding with Cincinnati because Super Bowl 23 rematch from 1989 when the 49ers beat the Bengals. And I think it's going to be a rematch of that.
So I'm on the island by myself.
I just don't feel like that ankle's going to be stable enough for that defense, JC. I think they're going to do the same thing they've been doing the last 3 times they played them, rushing them 3 niggas to get Mahomes, and they're going to cover that secondary.
So you're worried about that ankle. That's your thing.
I'm more worried about the ankle, yes.
Okay.
I'm more worried about the ankle.
That's fair.
Because every time I feel like Mahomes is injured, he doesn't really like get it done. Like that Super Bowl when his toe was messed up against the Bucks. Mm-hmm. I just feel like every time
that was another issue that was with, even though they did have like a good game plan, Mahomes wasn't 100%. So
exactly. I just feel like he's when he's hurt, and like you said, it all depends on what Mahomes you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I'm right with the Bengals, man. I do want to see that rematch from like Super Bowl 23. So
for sure.
That'll be a dope Super Bowl. And like I said, new blood, even though the Bengals went last year, it'll be good to see Cincinnati and 49ers going.
Don't nobody want to see that. We want to see that run back from 2020, right before life went to spit. The last Super Bowl went to spit. That's what we want to see a rematch of.
Who is we? Because it seems like you're on the island by yourself.
The people.
What people?
Make sure the 49ers don't get
Isaiah just salty because he's tired of seeing Mahomes in the damn Super Bowl or AFC Championship every year.
Fuck him.
Stormin is scared to see Mahomes even on one ankle, so that's why he want them niggas to win. And I feel like you just want to ride against me one time for the one time. So I think that's where we at right now.
What I feel like? No. I got this. You know what I feel like? I feel like you just a hater. That's just what it is.
What do I need to hate on this nigga for? We done already put this little boy out of his damn misery last year.
Can't wait till
we ain't worried about that little nigga.
Super Bowl champion.
He's a little nigga to us,
talking
okay?
That bullshit.
He's a little nigga. Yes, nigga, we still reigning supreme right now, and I'm gonna talk my spit until February 12th.
February, hurry
Whatever
up, please,
time
so
the
we can crown a new
kickoff
champion. Shit is getting old, man.
Oh.
Like Smokey on Friday. Why you got to bring up old shit?
He did with your QB.
Hey, I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was a new Super Bowl. Who's the most recent Super Bowl champion? I didn't know there was somebody crowned yet. I don't know.
Nigga, we just said we can't wait till February.
Oh, okay.
So we can crown new champions. So you
But
can
what?
quit
So
talking
what?
that
But what?
Smokey
Are we
shit.
in January or February though? Where we at right?
Well, shut your
Motherfucker,
ass
you're not
up.
listening.
Let's
You're
stop.
not listening,
Let's
motherfucker.
stop
I said
talking
we
about
can't wait
basketball.
until February.
Damn, can we talk about bowling, lacrosse, or some shit? This nigga, man,
I'm about to go
that
fix
shit. Man, shut your ass up.
I'm staying
him.
with my week 7. Whenever this was prediction, once I knew my team was dismantled, Niners and Chiefs, 2020 rematch. I think the Niners gonna get their run back, and I'll give y'all my prediction next week on that. That's that on that. Any last thoughts before our last like week before Super Bowl previews and all that good shit?
I don't want this to end, man. I love this. I'm gonna miss football like I always do. I don't want it to end.
You still got the off season. That's like another season, you know.
Like USFL and XFL. Come on now.
Shut up, nigga. Oh, man, I don't want to hear that shit.
And nobody finna watch that.
You got them flag football leagues
Well,
coming back, you know what I'm saying?
If you bring
I
the
actually heard
lingerie-
they was the UCFL, whatever that's. I
Well-
heard they was actually not doing half bad until COVID hit.
If you
I heard
bring the
that-
lingerie
bad.
league back, I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, me too. I'll watch that.
Yeah, bring the lingerie league back. I'll watch it. You know, fuck it.
I didn't know they got rid of it.
Nah, I haven't seen it in a while. I ain't seen it in a
Oh,
while.
they
Storm
still-
and Norman,
they
any
show it on TV. You gotta
Oh,
watch
shoot.
it online.
Okay.
any last thoughts, Norman, before the game, for the big day? It's been 30 years, man. How you feeling?
I'm telling you, I was there at the game. I was like, man, this is our year for the parade. You know what I'm saying? We about to get one. You know what I'm saying? But the way they was celebrating the parking lot, nobody wanted to go home. Like, damn, this might be our parade right here.
Nah, I think y'all gonna get
Nah, I
another.
think
y'all
they
gonna
just
get
had to
another
basket in just in case. You know what I'm saying?
one.
Because y'all definitely can lose.
I
It's not. I don't think this is a foregone game. Like I said, I think y'all game is harder for me than the Bengals and Chiefs one. Like y'all game that's gonna be a nail biter.
I know it's gonna come down. I think it's gonna come down to 3 points. Whatever got
Yeah.
the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Where y'all going to Philly, right? Okay, so it might be a little windy, might be cold. You know what I'm saying? It might help y'all on the threes.
Yeah, as long as Robert Gold keep kicking how he kicking, we be good, you know.
Gold be making his split. I can get Gold be hitting. So y'all in good
Yeah,
hands with
clutch-ass
that. Y'all
kicker.
ain't got the Dallas problem.
And what's cold about it, I felt like that kid was gonna go in if it didn't get blocked.
Nah. Hell, nigga, that split was going all like that wasn't even finna be close. That was going to the left side of the stadium. Like I don't know where that nigga was kicking to.
He was kicking it back to San Francisco. He was kicking it back to the Bay.
Yeah. Because they ain't even in San Francisco, by the way. These niggas is really in San Jose. I let
what I'm
the
saying. He
cat
would've
out the
kicked
bag,
it.
nigga. I know the
He was
truth
gonna
now
kick it
that I've been
back
in
to
the
where
Bay.
it was at. Santa
Yeah,
Clara.
Levi Stadium is way closer to San Jose than San Francisco. These niggas is 10 minutes away from the damn San Jose Sharks, nigga.
Well, they playing what, Santa Clara?
Santa Clara. Niggas ain't nowhere near San Francisco.
They had no choice, okay? They
It is near San Francisco. I ain't gonna cap. It's still like San Jose and
Nigga, that's a drive, nigga. That's like Bakersfield to Staples Center, nigga.
no, big and wrong. No, sir. It's like 30 minutes from San Jose to San Fran. No cap.
You
Nigga,
said it's 30 minutes from what?
San Jose to San Francisco, 30 to 40 minutes. Yes,
I'm
sir.
talking about Levi Stadium to San Francisco.
It's about 30 minutes at most.
No, nigga. No.
You can get on the
The
train.
airport is damn near 30 minutes, nigga. That shit is way further down.
You want to bet? You want to bet?
You can get on the train for 10 minutes, my nigga.
I guess this
This
is
nigga
my
said
cue to
the
go
train.
because I don't know nothing about this shit.
He talking to a nigga. He talking to a nigga who done lived in the Bay.
And I still was out there way more than you was. And I still was out there way longer than you was. And I didn't even live there. I just got back from the Bay this morning, nigga. F is you talking about?
That's why they built that train. That train, 10 minutes, Josh. 10 minutes.
Right? So right now, with traffic, 55 minutes. That's because there's traffic. No traffic, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That is 43 miles. Straight highway. And if you
that is not no 30 minutes. Nigga, that's barely traffic. Y'all see this? This is the traffic he talking about. Where the camera at? This is the traffic he talking about. Google Maps shows you where the traffic. Where the traffic at, Isaiah? Where the traffic at, Isaiah?
You can't even.
That's what you talking about.
Nigga, there's multiple blips of traffic on the fucking map. Nigga, is you not looking at it?
Bro, I'm dead looking at it right now. It's like two little blips of traffic barely, nigga. This is about the time it takes to get out.
My bad, hold on. And my bad, that was to downtown San Francisco. Nigga, you said to the airport.
Norman, is good to see you, brother.
I said the airport from like downtown San Francisco. That's like
I missed you, brother.
I know, brother. It was nice seeing you too. It's even funny because
nigga, that is not no 30 minutes. Nigga,
I said damn near. I said damn near.
What? How fast do you drive?
Fucking Fresno. We would have went to that motherfucker.
Nigga over there driving like he driving Miss Daisy and shit. Put your foot on the gas.
I said damn near, nigga. I didn't say actually 30 minutes. Damn near.
I even told him to.
Unless you talking about like Daly City.
Then,
yeah, that's like 15, 20 minutes.
Nigga, that shit is 15 minutes.
If from Daly City, yes. Not from downtown San Francisco.
Airport, nigga, I done drove
if you go into Daly City, then yes, nigga.
No, fuck that. I done landed at that bitch multiple times.
So have I.
And every single time.
I can show you the itinerary,
and every single fucking time I get to the Bay Bridge in 15 minutes from the damn airport. I don't know what kind of car you're driving. I'm capping. You want to take a trip to the Bay and we do it?
I do it all the time. I just did it this weekend. What are you talking about?
You get in the car with me because apparently.
Hey, let me go get.
Why? Because you want to go. You gonna go 100 miles per hour, nigga? That's what you gonna do to prove your point?
Yeah, because I did it all the time.
It's all right because we always incorrect on the show, so it don't matter what time, however we get there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Y'all niggas is in San Jose. Y'all
like I said, the stadium could have been in motherfucking Fresno. We gonna show up, Josh. Okay, it don't matter.
Hell no.
Isaiah, any last thoughts?
Fuck Patrick Mahomes.
Don't worry, he gonna be hobbling. He ain't gonna be able to get out the pocket, so we gonna be good. Go out to the pocket for Patrick Mahomes, baby.
Did y'all see Jalen Rose having the audacity to slander Ben Simmons and talking about he's stealing money from Brooklyn and all that? And he's the one that told us we owe that nigga an apology.
You really said that?
He said Ben Simmons is stealing money from him.
I remember him saying we owe him an apology, but there's no way you coming back saying that they stole money. He stole money.
He said Ben Simmons is stealing money from the Brooklyn Nets right now. I went and fact checked it just to make sure because I seen the reports, but I wanted to make sure before I came on here and said so. That's exactly what he said. It's just so ironic that he of all like nigga, you don't get to say that, nigga. Let Stephen A. and one of them say that or something. You don't get to say that, nigga.
At all.
So usually I don't go too much into like trade rumors because a lot of the time it be about nothing. Most of the time it'd be about nothing. Reporters just trying to, throw names out there to get traction, or it'd be people within the organization trying to stay anonymous and, stir up friction for whatever reason. So I usually don't talk about it. But seeing as we are coming down to the trade deadline in a few weeks, I do want y'all thoughts on some of these names that maybe y'all think can actually like move the needle for certain teams. So like Zach LaVine is a name we've been hearing in a lot of trade rumors. Like, do y'all think there's somewhere where he moves the needle to where it's like these niggas is like, championship contenders type split if he goes there?
No.
Milwaukee, nowhere. Philly, nothing.
Milwaukee's already a kind of championship contender, if you will. They're one of the better teams in the league, so I don't really see him moving the needle that much. I mean, he'll help them with scoring, obviously, but no.
About John Collins.
Definitely not.
Y'all might not think none of these names then.
He too inconsistent, man. No.
If we can go to the Suns, I feel like he can move the needle there.
Who, Vucevic or Levine?
Hell,
We gonna play the 3?
Oh yeah. I feel like, because they need somebody else to score because, PG is too old and Booker.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Chris Paul, definitely on your last leg, my brother. And it's sad to see. I remember that 06 Rookie of the Year, Chris Paul spit. I remember that. That nigga was there. I remember him. I remember he was averaging 26 and 12 and spit. I was the guy. Even when how he changed that Clippers culture like that, even though they never won nothing. Like, Chris Paul has a case as the best player for 2 different franchises all time. The Clippers and New Orleans.
Just couldn't get the ring.
Obviously, I don't think Westbrook would move the needle nowhere, right?
We go overseas, baby. Overseas, that nigga be out balling.
He on right now. Are we serious? Like,
Fuck Russell Westbrook.
Overseas.
Fred VanVleet.
It's pretty much like Westbrook. Nah, hell.
Whoa.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that.
Whoa. Let's chill there, Coop. Let's chill.
Do you think
he's a way more
somewhere?
fluid and smarter player than
No,
Westbrook.
I'm saying he can't move the needle nowhere. I'm not saying that he's less of a player. I think he's better than Westbrook a little bit, like this time. But
Right
I'm not
now.
saying. I'm just saying that he's not. He can't move the needle nowhere. No, I'm saying that it's the same answer as Westbrook. Yeah, I'm not downplaying Frank. No. Yeah.
So what if okay, so maybe I should throw some teams out there. Like, y'all don't think them going to teams like Boston or Denver, Philly, like none of these squads would impact them in a way of like, okay, like these niggas is for real.
Levine to Denver.
Levine in Denver?
Levine and Denver,
It
maybe.
wouldn't be bad.
That'd be a nice little fit. I'll take him a little more serious.
Gordon Hayward.
Man, get
I'm about to bounce. I'm about to bounce. Fuck Gordon Hayward.
You ain't even trying. Nigga, come on, bro.
Hey, so we gonna act like Gordon Hayward wasn't a bona fide all-star. Like
7 years
oh
ago?
5.
10 years ago.
What the fuck? Nigga, it is 2023.
He made the All-Star team since Watch the Throne came out with Jay-Z and Kanye.
Bro,
The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, nigga.
Hey, y'all got my
Oh,
nigga Hayward after. I remember Hayward was my nigga on Utah.
Yeah, on Utah. When did he leave Utah? That nigga.
And I mean, he got the raw end of the deal when he went to Boston because of that game. He got hurt, so he got the raw end of the deal.
That definitely changed.
That changed a lot. So he hasn't really.
And
been
then
the same
Jalen
since
and
Utah.
Tatum broke out because of that.
Exactly.
So they ended up like.
So he should. They should be
thanking
thanking Hayward for real. They owe Hayward some homage.
Yeah.
Because if he hadn't went out, them niggas would.
They wouldn't have been in the run like that. Jalen Brown might have, but Tatum definitely wasn't about to be in like having that big of a role that fast.
Exactly.
People forget about that.
Facts.
So yeah, but I didn't think none of them names moves with DeAndre Ayton. No.
What the hell are you like, nigga? That nigga.
Where'd you get this list from?
These is all players. I can pull it up. These are all players that are in trade rumors coming up to the trade deadline.
Nigga, give me somebody who won't make my
So I got to give y'all somebody that's an 8-time All-Star, 5-time All NBA. Like, damn, nigga.
Not
Like,
that bum
role
ass
players
nigga.
don't exist no more to
Not
help
that
teams.
bum ass nigga. Man, fuck out of here, man. Niggas are bum.
I'm about to go get my food. I'll holler at y'all. This been real. No, for real. I'm about to. I gotta eat.
No, I know you is. I'm just nigga DeAndre. Fuck DeAndre Ayton.
All right, y'all. It's been real. I'll holler at y'all next week. All right. Be blessed.
Yes, sir. You too. Nigga talking about some damn DeAndre Ayton. Man, come on, man.
If it ain't KD, Jokic,
It didn't
any
have
of
to
them
be
type of
KD and
niggas.
Jokic. Like when you said Zach LaVine on Denver, I thought about it. I was like, okay, that could move the needle a little bit. But fucking DeAndre Ayton. Come on, bro. I ain't even gonna play.
And John Collins.
Yeah, ass.
Where do y'all rank James Harden all time shooting guards as of right now?
Kobe, he's argue. You could argue I said third. You could argue he's third. You could make that argument. He is an MVP. He has some of the craziest scoring outputs and like offensive outputs in general that we've seen. Yeah, you can make an argument for three because Jordan and Kobe are locked in at number two. Yeah. Because
That's the thing though.
It's like
who are you? If somebody twists your arm, who you giving that third spot to? Because I know you hate Iverson, but you got him, Dwayne Wade, and Harden.
Harden and Wade are above Iverson by far. Like that's not even a question. It's between Wade and Harden. Me personally,
I got Wade third, so I ain't gonna necessarily disagree. But Iverson has been a little bit too disrespected with this new generation, bro. Like people forget.
He's been too dick road too, nigga. Y'all forget that this nigga.
No, it's because he came from a certain era where what he was doing it was above and beyond what everybody else was doing in scoring at that time. That's just what it was.
And this nigga was shot chucking and shot jacking his team out of
who else was there to supplement that to help with
you forget
Eric Snow and Larry Hughes, nigga?
I knew you was gonna say this. So you forget that fucking AI basically walked in the office and was like, nigga, it's my way or the highway. I'm gonna be the only fucking scorer on this team, and y'all gotta build a team around me to shoot however many fucking shots I want to fucking shoot. And that's what Philly did. And they built.
So he told them to not get him help, basically? That's what you're saying?
Nigga, everywhere AI has gone when he's played alongside another all-star, it has been a disaster.
What all-star has he been around other than Melo? Am I missing something?
My brother in Christ. What's his name was an all-star in Philly. What's that nigga name? Let me go look at the Iverson.
Look, you don't even know the nigga. Don't even worry about it, partner. You gotta look this nigga name up. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it, bro.
No, because I don't
have to look this nigga's name up, and he was an all-star.
I don't give a fuck about this bum ass nigga. I don't give a fuck about Iverson. That's the whole point.
You have to look up a nigga who was an all-star in the league.
So hold on. You don't. There's never one-off all-stars. There's never.
If you have to look up a nigga that made an all-star game, that tells you. That pretty much tells you the story right there, bro. That tells you the story right there, bro. The only true all-star he played with was Melo.
Now it's the only true all-star. Nigga, if he made the all-star team, he was an all-star. Motherfucker played with
nigga, you can use Tyson Chandler and Kyle
Hold on, shot. No. Not trying to hear that
anybody
shit.
For that argument.
Not trying to hear that shit. Motherfucker played with Jerry Stackhouse, who's an all-star. Motherfucker.
He was old, nigga?
No, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? What the fuck you talking about when he was old, nigga? He was 23 years old, nigga. What is you talking about, nigga? Talking about he was old, nigga. Nigga wasn't old.
What roster is that?
Nigga, fuck is you talking about? Jerry Stackhouse, he wasn't an all-star yet. He literally made the all-star as soon as he left Philadelphia. Cause why? This nigga.
So he wasn't ready. So when he wasn't ready yet.
when he wasn't ready yet. Oh, so now he wasn't ready yet, nigga. When he was in Philly, hold on. When he was in Philly, because of this shot jacking bastard, this nigga averaged 19.5 points, 4 and 4. Are we serious? As a second option,
that's bad.
Nigga, you said he wasn't ready yet.
That's not all-star.
It could have been all-star if he would have passed the fucking ball. Because as soon as he went to Detroit, he became an all-star. Why is that? Why is that?
Because that nigga was the only one there. That's why.
Because he was the only one there. Nigga, this the late 90s.
That nigga was the only one there.
Okay. He was the only one there. Theo Ratliff made an all-star team while playing with
That nigga said Theo Ratliff. Hey,
I don't
I'm
give a
about to
fuck.
be with Marvin in a second.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm about to be with Marvin in a second.
You asked what?
Theo
No,
Ratliff with his whole chest right now.
Shut it.
You said Theo Ratliff with
nigga,
no.
Nigga,
You just said Theo Ratliff.
Did I say perennial all-star? Where the fuck did I say superstar or perennial all-star? Where did I say that? Norman, did I say that? Norman, did I say that?
Nothing but all-star. You told him all-star.
I didn't say this nigga made multiple all-star teams. I never said this nigga was
Ratliff was a bum.
I never said
Ratliff was a bum.
Now he was a bum. Oh, now role players don't exist.
Nigga was on the Lakers, bro. I know who the hell Ratliff is.
Now role players don't exist. You remember when he just said that last segment? Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Ratliff was even including role players and all that shit. Ratliff was still a bum. What the hell?
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you need to quit.
Niggas want to act like this nigga Iverson had a big three or some spit.
Did I say that?
Because the nigga had Ratliff in a young sack house.
Did I say that? Did I say that? Did I say that? Is that what I said? Did I ever say that? Nigga had a defensive player of the year, 6th man of the year, coach of the year, top 3 defense in the league.
I'm talking about you getting on this nigga for shot chucking like he had another elite scorer with him or something to supplement that. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
He had to carry them with the scoring because that's all they had.
So it's funny, every single time there was a play on the come up, Ratliff made an all-star game, got traded the next year.
This nigga still saying Ratliff.
Fucking Jerry Stackhouse, averaging 20 points a game. Oh yeah, let's get him up out of there. Stop playing with me, bro. This shit is well documented, bro. Iverson don't give a fuck about his team.
And then he went to go play with a top 5 player in the league. So clearly he didn't care that much about the split, nigga, as what you claiming. He went to go play with a top 5 player in the league after that.
And what happened?
Top 5 immediately? No. But he emerged to top 5 while he was
first
there.
Round exit. What happened? First round exit. First round exit.
Okay.
What happened?
What you act like Harden? You act like Harden didn't win something.
No, because I remember that series. No, tell me what happened during the series with Melo and AI. Tell me what happened. Niggas was fighting over the fucking basketball.
Which one is you talking about? Because I remember one year they was 8 seed and they lost to us.
Both years, nigga, they was fighting over the fucking basketball out there, nigga. Stop playing with me.
And then Melo still lost to the Lakers after that anyway. It was just later in the playoffs. He still lost to the Lakers.
Because they went out and got Chauncey Billups, who actually
they still lost to the Lakers.
I'm not saying they ain't fucking lose to the Lakers. I'm trying to tell you that fucking AI is a shot checking bastard. What the fuck did him losing with the Lakers have to do with him being a shot checking bastard?
Because you brought up first round after first round after first round. He lost to the same team. It don't matter when he lost.
He didn't lose to the same fucking team every fucking time. What the fuck is you talking about?
No, I'm just saying. You said what happened that series. I assumed you was talking about the Lakers series. That's what I assumed you was talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Right after that, he ended up playing us again in the Western Conference Finals and lost to the Lakers anyway.
You hear how he like to bring that shit up. I don't give a fuck who the fuck they played, nigga. I don't give a fuck who they played. Them niggas played like fucking shit. Like are we dead ass? Hold on. Let me see this shit. They played San Antonio his first year. Got gentlemen swept that year. Let's go that next year. Let's go that next year. Then that next year got swept by the Lakers. Man, bro. Nah, bro. I'm not letting this shit slide. Hell nah, bro. Y'all, nah, hell nah, bro. Nigga went 5 for 16 in games. Didn't shoot. Nah.
Bro, let's not hold up. Let's not talk about bad shooting games in the playoffs when we got Harden in the picture. Let's not talk about that. Let's not do that.
So hold on. Besides that one finals run, Name me another run that whatchamacallit has made. A deep playoff run that Allen Iverson has made.
I mean, what's your point by
Name
that?
it.
That's the farthest he went. Yeah, he only went to the finals once.
Name it.
When has Harden ever went to the finals when he was the leader of the team?
No, fuck that.
When has Harden
that,
ever went to the finals as the leader of the team? Like, what point are you making?
Fuck that. They got the same amount of finals appearances. I don't give a fuck about that leader of the team.
Oh my gosh.
I don't give a fuck about that shit.
And that nigga choked as a bench player. He choked. That's even worse, nigga. He was a bench player. And
now
still
bench
choked.
players can choke. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, he played because he played great. Well, no.
That's
Hold on.
insane.
Because we praised him. We praised him for playing great in the San Antonio series right before that. So you can't have it both ways where we lift the nigga up like, oh yeah, 6th man of the year, he did this, and then he played like spit against Miami, and then he's just a 6th man. Which one is it?
Not one of them bitches have I ever heard anybody say during a bad series, Manu Ginobili choked. Never have I heard anybody say fucking Jamal Crawford choked. Never have I ever heard anybody say Nick Young fucking choked in a playoff series.
Did you just compare James Harden on OKC to Nick Young in the playoffs? Is that what you just did?
I'm comparing.
Nick Young has never had a role like James Harden did on any team he's been on.
What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? You talking about 6 man, nigga? So Nick Young never had a 6 man role. Nick Young never had
an important of a role. First of all, Harden wasn't just an ordinary 6 man role. He was getting starter minutes. So Harden was still one of their main core on that OKC team.
JC, I promise this is not what you want to do, my brother. I promise this is not what you want to do.
What is we talking about?
I extensively used Nick Young, bro. In Washington, when he was 6 man, nigga, you said playing starter minutes. Nigga was playing 31 minutes a game, averaging 17 points a game.
Nigga, when they was winning 18 games a year, I don't give a damn about that spit. When they winning 18 games?
Now it's when they win 18 games, but he's never had a role like James Harden. That's what the fuck you said.
Because
stop.
He did not have a
Stop.
Like James Harden did to that OKC.
Stop the bullshit. Stop. No, you fucking flipping the story around any type of way to fit the narrative, nigga. I said 6 man, nigga. I have never heard anybody blame the 6 man and say he straight up choked. Nigga, okay, let's do this. I ain't never heard niggas say Tony.
Yeah, you wasn't watching no media platforms at that time because everybody tore James Harden up for that.
Nigga,
for sure.
Nigga, they might have said he didn't play well, but the blame laid more on Russell Westbrook than fucking James Harden. Ain't nobody sit up there and fucking blame Tony Kukoc.
Westbrook got smoked too.
Bulls lost the game.
But Westbrook was getting smoked because of his shot selection and how he wasn't passing KD the ball enough. That's what he was getting smoked for. Harden just played like spit.
Nigga, what the fuck are we talking about? Nigga, he's a 6 man. He wouldn't, bro, ain't nobody sitting up here. The 6 man choke. Man, get the fuck out.
He was a 6 man. Okay, he was a 6 man.
He was a 6 man. Shit to fit your narrative for Iverson. Iverson is a fucking bum. Iverson's a 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 bum. He's a
6 man, but everybody's saying they would have won the championship if he would have stayed. So why is everybody saying they would have won if he would have stayed then? If he was just a 6 man, if Harden would have stayed, they would have won multiple championships for years.
I've said this shit, bro. I don't give a fuck what everybody else say, bro. I've said this shit numerous times. Harden would not be the player now if he had stayed in OKC. He had to leave. Either him or Westbrook had to leave for him to blossom. Point blank, period. I don't care what nobody say. That's just what it is. There's not enough basketballs to go around until you not.
Nigga said the same spit about Golden State.
What are you saying? Spit about Golden State?
Nigga said the same spit about Miami when they first got together.
Oh my gosh, my brother in Christ. You have 2 majorly ball dominant players in Russell Westbrook and fucking James Harden. Oh no. KD can play with or without the ball. That's why Golden State would never have been the issue. Even Steph and KD and Clay all can play without the ball. We all saw this. KD's the main one who would need the ball in his hands to get shifty, if anything. So I'll give you the Heat. The Heat I did have a little bit of worries about. The Heat I had slight worries about. But no, there's no way that Russell Westbrook and James Harden could have sustained.
So you don't think them niggas was gonna win nothing anyway?
No.
You in the minority of that. You think them niggas wouldn't have won?
I say this shit, bro. I promise, bro. You can say I'm capping or whatever, bro. I honestly,
I'm gonna have to find the greatest debate room archives, nigga, and see.
I honestly felt like James Harden or Russell Westbrook had to leave OKC for James Harden to blossom, because Russell Westbrook was already on his come up, already an all-star and like getting recognition as one of the better point guards in the league. James Harden would have still been in like that. He would have had to stay in that Manu Ginobili type role. Like, you're not really gonna get the recognition of a superstar, but if we do happen to win, then you'll be a part of it. You'll still be a big part of the team. But no.
Well, like I said, I got Wade third anyway. But Iverson deserves to be in the conversation.
No.
But that being said, twisting your arm, who you choosing out of Wade and Harden for you?
Now that you done did this shit, I'm choosing Harden. now that you done did this shit,
he choosing the bozo that freezes in the playoffs every single year. That's what you chose.
Honestly,
all right,
honestly,
got it, bro.
No,
and
honestly,
20 free throws a game.
My
That's
shit
what you
always
chose.
been Wade. Nigga, you can look on my Facebook and see how much I slander Harden. So don't even try that. But it's the fact that you sitting up here putting this bum ass nigga Iverson up there when he a choker too, nigga.
Is he a top 5 shooting guard all time?
Who?
Iverson.
No.
Wow.
Nigga barely top.
See how y'all call us old heads and all that spit when we disrespect the young players? I feel like that's what you doing with Iverson right now. You doing that.
You right. That's exactly what the fuck I'm doing.
That's what you doing right now.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Because that's before your time. You just gonna disrespect all the great 1,000 guards.
Exactly my time, nigga. That's exactly my time.
How old nigga was you born when Iverson came in the league? When that nigga was going to the finals, what was you? 2, 3, still had the pacifier in your mouth?
Here we go. Firstly, motherfucker, if you must know, that's the finals that made me a fan of the fucking Lakers, because that was the first fucking basketball games that I watched with my father, because he is a Lakers fan. Fuck, nigga. So eat a dick. That's firstly.
That nigga was 2, 3 years old talking about I was watching the basketball game.
I was 4, nigga.
And the Lakers' first final? Or no, that was 01. That was 01. So the second finals. You were 4 years old.
4. That's first off, nigga.
And you vividly remember at 4 years old, Iverson out there going to work.
Iverson went crazy the first game, and then basically Kobe was pissed off. It was like, nah, fuck that. I got him the rest of the series. And then gentlemen swept them the rest of the way. And everybody was pissed off because the Lakers could have had the perfect postseason. Yes, I remember.
Yes, that's the only team we lost to.
Shaq dominated like he usually fucking does, because
nigga, you did your homework, nigga. You don't remember. Nigga, what the fuck? Shut that spit up. You did your homework, nigga.
I say the same shit about Shaq, bro. They be sitting up here talking about Shaq carried Kobe. Nigga, no the fuck he didn't, bro. Like who else was the ball supposed to go to with who
Yeah, that's definitely not carried. Kobe's numbers is not carried.
That's my whole thing, bro. Like I used to hate that shit, and then I remember because in 2004, I hated Kobe because he broke up the Lakers dynasty.
Me and you became friends because of Kobe slander. We was the only ones defending the spit at the time.
Yeah, because I told you, I hated Kobe in 2004 to like 2007 because he broke up the dynasty that him and Shaq could have had. They could have kept on winning championships.
And then you forgave him when he won again.
Yeah, then and I'm like, nigga.
I think that's most Laker fans.
Yeah, so I was just like, yeah, so
if Kobe don't get them last 2, I think he would have left a bad taste in LA's mouth for sure.
Oh, definitely.
He had to get those.
Like he would have still been a Laker great because he would have still had them 3 and shit, but he wouldn't have been seen as like how Magic Johnson, Kareem, and Shaq and everybody are seen, like those Lakers you just recognize on the instant type shit.
Right. Norman, we hooping tonight still, or you flaking?
Hooping, baby. 9 o'clock.
Now take that damn disgusting jersey off.
What the fuck time do y'all niggas get up?
Late night hoop sessions, nigga. What you F is you talking about?
Motherfucker, it's a Monday. Niggas have jobs.
Are you nigga? What Mondays be the most cracking nights at 24? This nigga don't know. This nigga do not know. Nigga, Mondays and Tuesdays be the most cracking nights up there, nigga.
Firstly, nigga, I'm 25. Secondly, oh, you talking about 24-hour fitness?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my age. But yeah, nigga, I'm too old for that shit. Nigga, I'm in the house, nigga.
That nigga said too old.
Don't call me past no 9 o'clock, nigga.
Oh, shit.
It been time.
You hear this nigga talking about too old, nigga? We both in the 30s now.
This motherfucker over here done called me at like 11:47 at night and shit. I'm looking at it, bro. I'm like, nigga, you know full well.
That's early to me, nigga.
Don't be calling me at that time, nigga.
Oh shit. That's Josh.
I'm way too high.
That nigga is an old man at 26.
Nigga, I'm smoking way too much weed, drinking way too much sake out of my mind.
That's why you can't play no late night hoops, nigga. That's exactly why right there.
I can't play no late night hoops because my back and knee, nigga. That's why. Nigga, I ain't shit.
Nigga, old man, you need to flip that 26 around, nigga.
I ain't get that Bengay real quick. You can be out there, you know.
I don't know, nigga. I don't think you
man up.
I don't have any ligaments in my right knee, and I have constant back spasms in my back. No, nigga. I ain't going out there, nigga. If I'm going out there, I'm Dennis Rodman. Straight screens and rebounds. I'm the nigga telling y'all what to do from the other end of the court. Hey, nigga, cut.
That's this nigga right here. That's the same bullshit this nigga do. Be the most one talking the most.
Y'all niggas on offense playing 4-on-5. I'm over there. Hey, cut, JC.
Yeah.
That's exact. That nigga been like that since we was teenagers too. He always did that shit. But yeah, man, we coming down to the wire. We're gonna have a lot more, healthy NFL and NBA debates in the tuck coming soon. We're gonna hear Isaiah's more horrible takes on the the legends of our era. And yeah, we winding down, man. Super Bowl, what number is this? 40 something, right? 47, 8.
We on Super Bowl 50 something. What you talking about?
Is it?
Hell yeah.
55?
We at least at
damn, I was way off.
Hold on, what number Super Bowl is 20? 57.
57. Super Bowl 57 coming up.
I was in
last year we documented my Super Bowl run. We might have another fandom we documenting his Super Bowl run. We shall see. Or it could be over Sunday. You better stay humble, nigga.
We're doing that shit again this year, where niggas back to back and going crazy on the preview episode next season. Nah, nigga. When niggas lose to the Eagles, ain't none of our teams winning this year.
Nigga. Do that, baby, back to back.
Nah, the Niners. Hey, I'm gonna say this though. Before we get out of here, y'all niggas is in win now mode. If y'all don't win this year, y'all in trouble. So y'all better take care of business.
Some people's contract is coming up and
hell
shit.
Yeah, y'all got money to dish out, all that stuff. Y'all just paid Debo.
Football is the quickest turnaround sport, period.
Man, ain't it?
Like y'all,
it's like it's scary, bro. It's like damn, like, and then all these teams that go to the Super Bowl, you just figure like, oh yeah, they're gonna be like the Panthers. Who would have thought they was gonna dismantle that fast? Atlanta. Who thought they was gonna dismantle that fast? It's like you be thinking like, yeah, they got at least another few years where they got a window. That spit can shut just like that in football. It's crazy.
So before we go, I got a fun fact for you guys. I think it said since the year 2000 in the Western Conference, if a team from the Western Conference has won the NBA Finals, they have either come from California or Texas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think it dates back.
Nigga, I think before like a few years ago.
No matter of fact, it dates back all the way to the 1980s.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think before a few years ago, nigga, since like the late 80s, there was only like I think maybe 5 teams or 6 teams that won the championship.
Do you know who the last team was to win in the Western Conference, win the finals, and not be from Texas or California?
Like as of right now?
I'm saying the last team, because it's been since the 80s.
Oh, let me see. From California. or that's not from California, Texas, from the Western Conference.
That's won the finals. The last team.
So I have to go through the 80s. I know Philly won, Boston won, LA won.
No, this is pre-80s because the year 80.
Oh, this is the 70s?
Yeah, Magic
Oh,
Johnson.
yeah, I couldn't tell you for sure.
In that his rookie season, he won the championship. So
yeah, I couldn't tell you if it's from the 70s.
That would be the Seattle.
I'm capped at 1980.
That would be the Seattle Supersonics. Their only
and they don't even exist no more. That's crazy.
Every year since then, it's been the Lakers, the Warriors, the Mavs, the Rockets,
Houston,
or
San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
I think, like I said, from from Detroit in the late 80s all the way up until like a few years ago, there was only like 5 or 6 teams that had won a championship.
Yeah, like the only one-offs were really like
Detroit. Well, no, Detroit was a part of that, but I guess
Portland,
Dallas was one.
Portland, no, Dallas didn't win. I'm saying Portland had won one. Seattle had won one up to that point.
No, I'm talking about like from the time the time that Detroit won up until like I said, I don't remember exactly when it was. I think it was like a few years ago.
You talking?
There was only like 5 or 6 teams from like 1988 or 1989 up until like a few years ago. It was only like 5 or 6 teams that won.
From 89 on.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, Detroit.
Back to back. Chicago.
Dallas.
No, that was
Miami.
Houston. Hold on. I'm trying to go in order. Then you go from Chicago to Houston's 2-peat, and back to Chicago till 98. That was right. Then
right, and then you had San Antonio.
Spurs won in 99. Then you had the
Lakers. LA.
Then you got the Spurs again, and then who won it? Oh, the Pistons again.
Pistons, Miami.
And then you have Miami, and then
that was it.
Hold on. So Miami was 07 or 06, my bad. So
and then you have Boston. My bad. That was it.
And then you have Boston. Boston broke it up in 08. Boston broke it up in 08.
Well, Boston would be a part of because I think they was right before Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. So they would be like that whole tenure.
I mean, you said since 89. So
late. Okay, so like late. I don't remember the exact stat, but I know it's from the late 80s all the way up until like a few years ago. There was like, I'm guessing like counting back now, I think it was like 7 or 8 teams.
Yeah, then if you're gonna do that, then it's gonna be Dallas who broke it up in 2011.
Dallas was one of the one-offers. And
Dallas and then Golden State.
And then Golden State started their run. So it was like 7, 8 teams, bro, in 30 years. NFL probably had like 7, 8 teams in the last
it's less than that because it was Celtics, Spurs, Rockets, Miami,
LA,
Detroit, and the Bulls. That's 6 teams.
7.
And really, I'm not even counting Miami.
And then Golden State. So that's 8.
I'm talking about in that run from the 80s until Miami won their first.
Until Miami. Yeah, no, I was talking like all the way, like I said, up until like a few years ago. Like when I think Milwaukee was like that first year where it was like somebody else other than like what's typically, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why that playoffs was so fun to me because it was like a bunch of teams in the last like couple rounds that hadn't won since like some of them like the 50s, some of them never, some of them since the 70s. Like that was like the first time we had that. Like that was like the most parity we've seen in a long time. It was that 21 season. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in the way y'all have been, not just today, but all season, man. Thank y'all for, getting us to where we at. Episode 41 is in the books. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's take this to the furthest extent. Thank you to my brothers for pulling up, and as well as my boy Marvin. Hopefully Storm and Norman don't run next week and try to use a slaving excuse if Philly take care of business. But we shall see. Somebody must conquer. And, any last thoughts, brothers, before we get up out of here?
Smoke weed every day.
Baby, we got this. It's our time, our year. So I could be on the podcast like Josh all year long. I I got the cat.
Hawkins spit all summer, huh? Oh, I know Isaiah and Ragu was sick of me.
I can't wait for February. So fast, boy. Like I've been begging for that date to come, boy. But
Go Rams, go Lakers, go Dodgers. Peace out. See y'all later.